Yo! Welcome, and welcome back to another college football revamp stream. And we're doing something a little different this time. We got announcers here. Well, they're not here yet because people can't be on time. But they will be here soon. As you can see from my pinned comment, the announcers today are Zoo and Peasy. We might have to play a game or so without them, or whenever they get here, they'll start doing the commentating, and we'll just kick it until they get here. But yeah, if you missed the last stream, I'm having issues lately with RPCS3 and my antivirus. I'm trying to get it to work. I had to re-download it again. Hopefully it doesn't freeze and just like randomly shut off today. I did do a private test stream to see what it would do. And the test stream went fine. So I'm assuming that this stream will go fine. But if you was here with us last time, right as the game was ending with Jay Will, he won the game because he got the stop. So that's a dub for Jay Will. We are in week 9 or 8 or 9. Might be more than that. Don't really remember, but yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. And you're new here, Jay Will. This is a co-op dynasty. Start off. It's me, Jay Will, and the Willa Downs. Jay Will is Tennessee, as you see him moving and recruiting on this screen. I am Oregon State, and the Willa Downs is Louisville. And they are here, so let me get them in here, and we can just go ahead and just get this thing kicked off. Yo,
baby, yo.
No. is Jay Will in here? I see he's in the Discord. Jay Will. No, Jay Will.
He was talking to Zoo. He was definitely talking to Zoo. That's all I know.
Is Zoo on his way?
He here. He about to join. Yeah, but don't y'all ever talk about my guy. All right.
We ain't talk about
the only person that can talk about him is me.
You crazy as hell.
No, I'm not.
Zoo. I'm a whole grown man. I can say whoever I want to, and me and Zoo, we basically brothers at this point.
Nah, y'all brothers. Fuck you.
Really? I'm just saying. He act like he part of the family.
Jay Will, I got you a dub though, Jay Will. It was one of the harder games I played ever in NCAA.
You didn't see me playing yesterday?
I know.
What are you talking about? You thought I was just out there like seriously just playing around? No, I didn't say nothing the entire game. I was literally sitting there like, bro, I actually might lose this for real this time.
Bro, like, I kept on
driving. Something else. I know.
I fumbled like twice. I'm like, bro, listen. I don't know what Oklahoma ate today, but they own something that I need to be on.
I can tell you what they ate. They was trying to eat your lunch.
Everybody recruited?
Yeah, I already recruited.
Yes. So you can send it.
I think I got by next week.
Got tabbed out.
Hey, take me out to the SEC. This is my last year in the SEC, bro. I have a game every week, bro.
You got a buy. You a buy lie.
I had one buy. I need to get back to the MAC, so I can have 4 buys.
You a buy lie. That's all I know.
I know that we have to turn the announcers off before you start the game. If they're doing the first game. If they're not here yet, we can just go ahead and start.
Zoo here.
Start the first game.
Who won it? Who won it?
I might have to turn you in Discord, Zoo.
Yeah. Yeah. Here I come.
Keep talking.
I'm trying to get out. Get in this.
If I got to fill in for Peasy, my announcer name is your family's favorite coach.
Yeah, favorite coach.
His announcer name is Huckleberry Finch.
Who is the first game? Who playing first?
I'll probably play first. Get my week over.
No, I'm pretty sure Zero needs to play first because he didn't play all last stream.
It's his stream. He determined who ends the stream.
That's fine.
There we go.
Being decisive. Okay.
Is this the next you send a week?
Yeah, I already sent the week.
Am I right? I should be
No.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Look at y'all. Look, chat.
The fuck out.
So look, chat. So this
Stop the fuck out.
Let's get it, baby.
He beat number 8. I beat 2 ranked teams in a row, and I'm 25.
Look, chat. I'm gonna come back to you, but look, chat. Let's talk about the polls this week. We got, the top 25. We're gonna start from 25 up because we kind of know who at the top. So 25. Well, yeah, 20.
I beat fucking Florida State, bitch. How are y'all higher than me?
Well, 24 is Arizona State. Well, I don't know what they is. Anyway.
Wait, why is I ranked 16?
I don't know what they is. So Arizona State is 26.
You see, wait, why I got me ranked 16? But it says 22.
You were ranked. Last week's ranking was 25.
I wasn't ranked last week.
I'm assuming.
Is this wait? What's the?
Oh no, you beat the 16 ranked team.
Oh, is that what that is? No, it ain't. Cause 17 is under me.
Yeah, and I beat who was I playing? I was playing Syracuse.
That's the college football playoff. This is the playoffs.
Gotcha.
This is a college football playoff.
16.
So if the playoffs was the start, that's how.
I didn't know they added that.
So for the coaches, let's go to that. All right, here we go.
Probably 22. Yeah, okay.
Louisville's 25, Arizona State's 24. Last week, Louisville wasn't ranked. Arizona State was ranked 23. They actually dropped. Syracuse was ranked 12. They lost to Louisville. They were ranked 23.
Wait, do they factor that in? So can we just look at that instead of the other thing? Like,
Can we talk about how Florida State's above me and I beat them?
Look at
Man,
what?
you keep winning, then you probably be above them.
You're gonna jump them. You worry about the wrong thing. Look at what? This? Something else?
I'm talking about like
Damn.
the CFP. Can we look at that like at the end of the season and it'd be accurate? You think so?
I'm probably so. I'm not for sure. Oregon State 22nd, Utah 21st, which makes sense, but Brad's probably gonna end up jumping them because he beat Utah this year. Troy is 20. I still remember when me and Zoo slouched them boys.
Wait, did
and
I beat Utah?
CO.
I didn't beat Utah. That's who I lost.
And 19 is Washington. 18 is Florida State. 17, he gonna be a happy man, is Miami.
Yep.
16 is Arizona.
Take them, Zoo.
Jay Will, wait, go to Utah schedule. I think I lost to Utah. That's the one game I lost.
Was it? No.
Yeah, I lost.
You what?
No, he lost. He lost.
He did lose.
Northern Illinois is 15. Oregon is 14. Notre Dame is 13. Clemson is 12. Go Tigers is 11.
Yes, sir.
10 is Gators because they only lost to me and probably Alabama. Probably Georgia. What the fuck?
How that working? How that working?
Well, that's how that worked.
Temple number 4?
They lost the first game of the season, and then they only lost these 2 games. So that kind of makes sense. And they beat Florida. They beat them. They beat Florida.
They beat Florida?
They beat Florida.
No, they didn't play Florida yet.
Yeah, they did. They played them last week. They beat Florida.
Oh.
So that makes sense. Fight on, baby, for OSC. I wonder who we lost to. Better not be no fucking Ohio State.
I'll be UCLA.
Fucking North.
Your Western ran the ball down your throat.
Anyway, West Virginia, my old squad. Damn, their offense lethal. What the fuck?
By the way, chat, we're still waiting on Peasy.
They lost to West Virginia. I mean, they lost to Baylor.
You know what it is with them?
Alabama lost to don't know. Oh, me.
That was you've been in like 3 close games.
He did.
Miami.
He wanted to just mention it. So
Nah, I really forgot.
Nah,
Fight on, baby. This how it's gonna happen in real life in the Big Ten when we move over there, chat.
Hey,
this is what's gonna happen. Set this Northwestern loss. That Northwestern loss ain't gonna happen. So you can get that one out your head.
I just want to let everybody know Jay Will has been in 3 close ass games with Alabama, Oklahoma, and Florida. And he could have lost anyone. Well, I don't know about the Alabama one, but that Florida one, he definitely should have lost. And Oklahoma, he was in a dog fight.
I definitely should have lost the Alabama one.
I don't remember the Alabama one that clearly.
I got a sack fumble again.
Oh yeah, because he got one in the
number 3 is my arch nemesis, Ohio State. Go ahead, Zoo. Number 2 is Baylor.
Dog walking, folks.
And number 1 is, lo and behold, the team that played every fucking ranked team in the fucking world to start the year. Now we get cakewalks. We got Vandy at the end of the schedule and Missouri. So I know I'm breezing through them.
Right, who my next games?
Okay, let's go to people's next games real quick, chat.
Hey, I just want to let it be known that my schedule is hell.
Huh?
My schedule is hell.
What that mean? Next game for you got Cal. And then you got at both of the Washingtons. You got Oregon. You at Stanford to end the year. They trash. So.
Nah, go to my schedule.
Your case didn't help by playing ECU and making they pride go down.
Go to my goddamn schedule.
I mean, but you can't look at that. You gotta look at what they were ranked at the time.
Oh, I ain't playing nobody. I thought I was playing Clemson. I already played Clemson.
You gonna beat
Yeah, you beat Clemson. You beat Florida State by 5. Well, you probably didn't beat them by 5, but no, you probably did.
I beat them by 4. And then I just beat Syracuse and they was ranked 12.
But you gonna be in like
Clemson, and you lost to me. You was in a close one with UK. So you got UNC, Wake Forest, and NC State to end the year. Peasy is here. Let's look at stats while we at it, so we can go through it. The little what you call. Since everybody getting situated right now. My guy Willie threw 1 pass this season, but
what's good,
that's not why
right?
I'm here.
How you trash with a name like Bo Nix?
Oh, fucking. Why are we starting this shit up early? Why are we starting the slander this early in the morning, fam?
Oh, here we go.
I love it, right?
No, why are we starting the slander this early in the morning, dog? If I never saw him play, I would have thought he was a top 10 QB.
Hey, bro, I'm finna fight my old QB. Why he got 3,000 yards passing?
Because he was better than you, AI controlled.
These are the top running backs, as y'all clearly see. In turn, I don't even know how to check this actually, because it ain't like an all stat.
Llama red pajama.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, chat. NCAA, number 1. We gonna go off of yardage. Number 1, of course, my guy from Tallahassee. And I'm just gonna go down there. I'm not reading off all these people's names.
Miller Moss, Anthony Richardson.
Look, that's the person Zero hate.
Oh,
Hating on him.
Look at that man, Mason Garcia.
Hey, he still might be.
Garcia.
Here's the running.
Pat said I'm dead.
they will run it.
Easy.
All right, look, chat, stats over. Let's go ahead and get this blowout out the way. I think I'm at home. No, I'm at home, and we ain't in the Smokies. We gonna do something. We gonna do something like we throwing it back today, baby. With the pink for breast cancer awareness month, you know what I'm saying? Why do I got T Wheels playbook? Nobody knows. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm about to say, even though this ain't even my playbook, I just been running it.
Who playbook is it?
It's my playbook I created, but
you ain't turn the sound back up, by the way.
oh, okay. I mean, they the sound.
I mean, we need the game sound.
I mean, okay, I'll turn it up.
Turn
Rank number one. Let's go.
turn their announcers down, though.
I can do the girls like we young man.
That boy rank number one. Let's go. He sucked.
Man said I could do the
Bro, we should have sauced up Missouri.
Hey man, don't worry about
Missouri
it.
got some unity too. It's cold. Go ahead. I'm shutting up.
No, I ain't got no sound from you, J. Will.
You ain't got no sound from me.
Man, a game sound.
And man, ain't got the mic.
It ain't
on.
Oh, ain't none. Oh,
yeah, I gotta turn it on
because we gotta turn it back up.
No, go ahead, turn it up. It's kind of awkward just looking at this dreadhead get ready to get smacked by Tennessee.
My blicky.
I guess I gotta be like
so
extra
turn
official.
The commentator.
No, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real.
Put it on 70 though. Put it on 70.
Real legit, Pat. We ain't gonna dress it up for nobody.
Put the commentators all the way down.
Yeah, leave the stadium and sound and all that stuff.
Master on 70 and turn the commentators.
Let's go ahead, Brad. You lead the chant. Let's go.
I'm not leading nothing, Tennessee.
Hey, I just want to let it be known.
Turn it all the way down, Jay Will.
I'm a guest reporter on the sideline. Your family's favorite coach.
Yes, sir.
And
live and direct from the NCAA.
Oh my
Family
God.
stream. We got T Will as our sideline report. I'm here with my good co-host, Big Pat.
I think I know why
How's
you can't
it going, Zulu?
Ah, man, it's pretty good. It's a great day in Louisville. I went there. Got me some barbecue and some ice cream. Okay. And did you know I visited the cemetery that happened to me on campus?
All right, today's matchup is what? Number 1 Tennessee versus Missouri. Where are we actually out here to look on an onslaught of football today? Is this going to be a one-sided game? 9-0 versus a 4-4 Missouri team. How do we do this?
According to the records, I'm pretty sure by the
Oh God.
All right, chat. All that pretty stuff is over with. We got to watch the man get a master going.
Early in the game, we're already looking at substitutions for Tennessee. I guess
you feel me?
Tennessee's head coach is ready to put in some of them younger players.
I mean, they might as well as the scrimmage.
Oh my God.
I watched J. Will play NCAA for a pretty long time, and I'm pretty sure this game can be done by first quarter. If he's not trolling.
That run was absolutely
Man's name is
slowest run.
Man's name is
Missouri out here in wing T.
We ran that in high school. Anybody want to see my highlights? Let me know.
I don't think anybody
Outside
wants to see
full hope
those.
for a 5-yard run.
Linebacker, of course, is pretty fast.
Absolutely.
Oh, great
nice screen setup.
Great screen. Wow. The defense being aggressive with that screen.
Version right there took that middle linebacker out to play.
He's a user.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh man. I hate it here.
Not again. Look, y'all ready to chat?
Hey, chat.
I learned the game from Little Willie. You can never check me.
Listen, chat. I promise
Technical
y'all.
difficulty.
This just in from the sideline. Zero needs to get his shit fixed.
I mean, I literally played it all morning. Didn't do anything.
How long is all morning?
Like,
Oh man, oh man.
8 till now.
Oh man, oh man. Not again. Not again.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, this is what I'm gonna do, chat.
I know what you're gonna do. Delete NCAA basketball team. Hold on, y'all.
Because we never even decided to play that shit.
What's that gonna do?
I mean, that's what I had it on when it wasn't doing anything.
So you put it back up.
No, I put it back down.
I'm saying before you put it
Yeah,
up.
I did. Afterwards, after the stream.
This guy is fucking trolling.
He's a troller.
Like I said, I gotta get that PC sent off, bro. It's not my PC. It's just my antivirus and working with RPCS3. It don't. I don't know. It don't like it for some reason. I tried trusting it. I tried just allowing the application in general. And
Look at my guy.
And it's just like, hey, fam, we are out of here. So it don't really have anything to do with my PC in general. My PC is fine.
Okay, would have been cheating if we got Marvin Harrison Jr.
Y'all not getting nowhere.
No, I'm saying if we would have got him,
Yeah, it would have been cheating.
Can y'all get them?
we would have been on another recruiting violation.
Oh yeah, y'all would have been on a recruiting violation. Y'all would have been on a
Y'all ass would have been big.
Just do what you did right here, J. Will. With the sound.
You would have been. You would have been in scholarship
so you
holdings.
worry about it no more.
Y'all would have been scholarship prison.
My little brother got a PC that motherfucker big, and he be on there 24/7 doing all kind of shit. Yeah, PCs is the wave, in my opinion. Like this is literally the only application on my whole entire PC that my antivirus doesn't like. Cause it be creating all these like DLLs and these XML files and just constantly adding them or removing them, and my antivirus is like, oh nah, that's a Trojan.
And just like that, chat, we are back.
Let's get active.
We back with this piss poor excuse for a matchup.
Those numbers are so misleading.
That's the sound of Zero's PC when it detects RPC S3 playing on his desktop.
Jeez.
Wait, what happened?
You didn't hear that siren? Somebody was imitating the siren. I said that's the sound of your PC when it detects that RPC S3 is playing on your desktop.
Let's get it, baby. Watch, now I'm gonna get ball first.
Oh, sheesh. That lady's loud.
Don't worry, I'm gonna run the opening kickoff bell.
No cap.
Open that kickoff bell. Fuck no. Want to hate on me?
Well, until Peasy gets back, you have Young Zoo and Bimbo Jenkins. No, actually, I'm Ham Hog Jenkins. In the booth.
Bimbo the Ham Hog, all right. Yeah. And we're in the booth, man. We're going to give you some real good coverage of these games, this stream. Sit tight, enjoy the flight, and we're gonna glide.
Grab you a booze.
And watch me try to get this game over in 30 minutes.
Now, hopefully my game cooperates now.
I'm in my house there.
Oh, is Peasy back?
Back.
If Peasy's back, I can spare y'all a handball in the booth. Focus on the game.
There you go.
Hey, yo, Zero.
So that
what you actually do to your settings, though?
Huh?
Before we start. But what did you actually do to your settings before we start?
I put the little 200% back on.
So we didn't get the opening kickoff started, and we had a bomb, but it was dropped by the receiver.
What an absolute dart thrown to the receiver. It just got them butterfingers.
Man. I know back in our playing days, you was dropping balls, you was sitting down.
10 push-ups as well.
Absolutely.
My high school, we didn't do those things. There was no such thing as passes. Another shot downfield. What a
He go
lanes.
back to back, and Derrick Reese with a 70-yard TD. My goodness.
One pass, one touchdown for 75 yards. You might think this is Hendon Hooker.
Hey, chat. Let's get it, chat. Y'all ready?
And that's what you call believing in your receiver.
Say ho to me.
Wow, that left right guard just got blown up into the
I thought it was a block, brother.
Gaines with the kickoff. Let's see what Mizzou can do.
All right, Cox on no return. Side to touch back.
This game is looking real.
In other news from the sideline reporter and in a different universe, Rack says that he is going to the Natty this year at Ohio State
Okay. Back to the game. We hear it. Rack says he's going to the body and see if we can deliver to the championship.
And in this timeline, does Georgia not exist?
He says if he loses the game against Michigan this year, he's retiring with the ball.
Oh, what's a run to the outside, getting past defenders. Oh my God, broke loose for a massive game.
My gosh. And they're taking it to the house here.
Touchdown, Missouri. They are coming to play.
76-yard touchdown run. My God.
What did you think about that play right there?
I mean, I believe the game looks totally different than the first part of the stream, huh?
Golly, he broke loose with that one. What a horrible kick. Now it's time for Tennessee to break it on out and give it one back to him.
42-yard turn back to the no biggie.
I was about to say, I thought that was the stat for the game right now. 21 receptions and 500. Oh my God.
Let's see how Tennessee responds.
Tennessee with another shot down. Oh, is that a pass interference right there? Too bad we don't have instant replay.
Let's see what Jay Williams does here. Kind of look. Okay. Like the sharp 8-yard. I believe he was looking at the third pitch again. He might have had another shot.
The coach just mentioned to me on the sideline that he doesn't understand why they were missing so many tackles. He said they might have been bathed in grease because they went over practice tackling before the game started. So, I have no idea why so many tackles were missed, he said, but we should have been able to wrap up there.
Bathed in grease.
Wide open receiver downfield. What a
What a bad miss. Bathing grease. That might be the highlight of my day right there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Is he gonna wash him off with bath salt?
At this point, we don't know what can make them.
Okay, Marley. 15-yard reception.
absolute dart to the end zone
Absolutely
with no
nobody.
one there. That was a big miscommunication play right there.
And we got a big run by here.
Missouri also has a pretty good run style, but that play right there, it didn't look too well for him right there.
It looks like the outside of teams, you know. This in some outside, that's what both teams should be doing.
Oh, what a cut. Harris, let's go.
I love that. What's the temperature like on the sideline there?
The feeling on the sideline is Tennessee feels like they're overwhelmingly talent-wise better than Missouri. On that last play, I think it was either the wide receiver, the tight end, Carmen Marley. It looked like he was a bowling ball to a bunch of pins as about 4 defenders went down as they were tackling him. So they just think they're physically better and stronger than this team. And they don't see any type of threat.
Well, when you think of those things like that on the for the players, and you get too big-minded, and you see things like that where you see a run for 75 yards go down the field on the first play, you can't have too much of a big-headed mind like that, and mindset of that.
Yeah, and the coach is trying to keep them grounded. I mean, he doesn't want them to look past this team, but this team has a type of confidence that can only come from an undefeated #1 team. So, and they're playing at home, so we'll just see how it turns out. And
our other announcer in the chat said this should be a blowout, and nothing less should be expected.
That is for sure the case that should happen here. There should be a scrimmage, as it was told before. Should be a scrimmage game for Tennessee. But, like I said, Missouri's coming out here with their heads held high. They don't think that they can lose this game. Well, Missouri's definitely going to lose this game if they decide they're going to keep running the ball all day. That's for sure. But,
Hey, you get one big play, you got to try another, right?
yeah. It's a 15th run play I've seen already.
We have a comment from the sideline or from one of the crowds.
What the cornerback?
It says Missouri by 50. Must have been a ecstatic Mizzou fan that was standing on the sideline right behind the Tennessee bench.
Oh my
Jeez.
Missouri by 50? Are you talking about that's what the blowout should be?
They're definitely saying that Missouri should beat them by 50. He was very adamant on that stance.
Chance Loopberg.
Well, hey, let's make sure we go back to that Missouri by 50 take by the end of this game.
With a guy's name like Drake, there's no way that Tennessee loses.
Oh my gosh.
These underneath routes for Tennessee is starting to become a problem.
AJ Hester for New York.
These short comeback in routes. Oh my God.
But he out there fresh. Look good, play good, right?
Look good, play good.
What's promising?
Hey, like Deion
Play good,
said,
play good.
Coach Deion said, must be the money. Oh.
Oh my God.
Is he hurt?
He fumbled.
He fumbled that ball. Hope looks like he might be injured, or if he's not, he fumbled that ball on the sideline.
We were going to need a review.
We definitely
No, they gave him to Missouri. I said he definitely was out of bounds when he fumbled that ball.
Why didn't he let it play?
28 grabbed the ball when he's out of bounds. Look at the same time.
Seems to be out of the game, so he might be down. Might be advantageous.
Making feet made out of jello, sunken sand. Coach is going to have a long talk with him tonight after that match.
I shouldn't take any dance classes.
Golly. Dude had a whole first down right there.
See, that's it.
It did seem like he lost his footing. Oh, and he fumbled.
And he fumbled again.
The Tennessee get to recover this one? Let's get it.
I mean, I would fumble the ball too if I have a 365-pound D tackle coming flying at my face at 22 miles an hour. I would also fumble the ball.
Nah. You gotta prove you ain't no chump. Drop your balls and stand tall.
After scoring that 70-yard touchdown, Holt has been getting his jock strap tanked.
Souffle.
He is turning into melted butter in front of our eyes.
Total yard. Look, the yardage for the game doesn't look too far apart from each other. Missouri is able to keep up with Tennessee, but I think Tennessee's just gonna straight up just blow these suckers right now.
Those yards have been empty. Tennessee has scored.
Oh, with a good sack in the backfield for 8 yards. Go, Adrian Walker.
It looks like Tennessee's QB's got the twinkle feet.
Just a little.
Now.
Hey, man, you can't put anything past Tennessee's QB. He did just throw 75 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pass.
Let's find out.
Let's find out what Sharp can do. Sharp. Oh, my God. Fumble from Sharp.
Well, I guess that's why I'm Twitter, Mr. Will said, amazing grease everybody.
You would think that Sharp has this thing that you were talking in a day about stick movement. Man, that was pretty good for him.
Quote here from the sideline, it looks like both teams have gotten a case of hot potato. They don't know who wants to
Oh
keep
my
the
God,
ball.
once again, Tennessee with the bomb downfield. Missouri is absolutely distraught in the backfield.
Like his last holiday for another Z-bomb from Mr. Brown.
What coverage is Missouri in right there? Go home?
They don't even know.
It's in the go home. I don't even know. It looked like a very bad blown coverage. Looked like man to man, but who knows? I'm standing on the sideline. I can't really see everything from the bird's eye view, but maybe y'all can up there in the booth.
That they was in a couch formation. Green play. What good eyes by the DB.
Teams that Missouri is holding on to the spring game. I don't know how to this game for them.
I did say the yardage looked pretty close, but it took one play, one more time, and there it goes. Yardage is getting out of control.
Report from the chat here. Rax asked if the chants have been added, and I'm assuming that Tennessee came up with these chants on the fly, and they are new chants and very disrespectful. Back to the booth.
Then we get a 5-yard from Mr. Yes, but Tennessee's chants seem to be a little on the to be inside style. You wouldn't say this to your mother, actually.
I mean, you got to be understandable that Tennessee's been disrespected for the last 10 years in college football. So they, of course, are going to make disrespectful chants to anybody when they're number 1 in the country.
Hey, sometimes you got to have class, man.
When the last time they weren't disrespected was what? When Peyton Manning was there? Disrespectful from Holiday right there. Disrespectful from Holiday. And that's things that coach tells you on the sideline. Don't get
Cocky.
Luckily, recovered by Tennessee. They got to get on offense. Maybe give Holiday a chance to redeem himself.
All I know is Missouri need to put workhorse on Hall of Fame so they can get these fumble recoveries. Oh, pretty. Formation change for Tennessee. Let's see if they're going to take another shot downfield. They can't fumble from a quarterback. Missouri out here coming to play. They said we're in the SEC too. We like this stuff.
A game of turnovers here, guys.
report from the sideline is that neither team wants to kind of hold on to the ball. They have a case of fumbleitis, both teams, but no one's been able to capitalize on these fumbles. So we'll just have to see how the game turns out. Tennessee is still up 2 touchdowns.
Missouri has a chance to capitalize off of this turnover. You never know. Let's see how the Tennessee defense can hold up. Sending blitzes from everywhere. I mean, I guess you might as well when Missouri runs 14 times out of 15 plays. Out of the 3-3-5 formation for Tennessee.
Another one. For 6 yards.
Oh.
What about Amari Thomas? What's that? What's that mean?
About a 42-yard field goal here. And it hits the crossbar and no good.
If he was on YouTube right now, Destroying would be talking all kinds of crap about this kicker.
Destroying definitely would have said he should have ate his Wheaties today.
Good job by Tennessee's defense for stopping that turnover and holding their ground. With another shot downfield, Reese is got to be in the Heisman race this year, right?
It looks like Tennessee can able to hurry about match. See where this leads them. Oh wow. We got a drop. Clear drop. That pass was directed to the safety there.
Missouri's hands made out of cars.
Case for the ghost fingers.
Defense all over there. Only a 2-yard rush for Derrick Harris.
Third and 8.
All right. Another shot.
Another shot now.
Tennessee. 3 yards. 2 receptions of 18 yards.
The level of disrespect when it comes to this Tennessee wide receiving core to the secondary of Missouri is kind of astronomical. There seems to be no sense of pride out here as their receivers are just tearing the secondary apart.
Between Reese and Holiday, Missouri didn't know what to do.
Look at it. Everybody's going to get their cake today.
It's like open the car. You with the pass, shoot with a pass, shoot with a pass.
Like, you want it deep? You want it deep?
Mm-hmm. They sound like someone. I'm going to leave that as well. Throw overrated for these young people. Never mind.
Missouri secondary is just full of holes.
Tennessee's defense just reads everything. They're just the smartest DBs in the country. Is that why they're number 1?
Missouri's offense has come to a complete standstill. And you can see the emotion on the sideline. They're all distraught, and it's not going well for them on the sideline.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
Dump off pass down short to Chance. 4-yard reception on 3rd and long.
Hey, it's crazy. Tyler Macon's 100% on his passing, 7% for only 35 yards.
Just think about it. They don't pass. They only pass the ball 7 times. It is almost the end of the first half.
This gameplay looks comparable to Bo Nix.
Oh
Not
wow.
a lot of nothing.
We're taking a Bo Nix shot this early.
We don't need to do that too soon, man. Golly, I think Bo Nix doesn't deserve all of this at this point in time right now. It's not like we compared him to like Jaden Daniels or anything like that, but.
And we're taking a shot at Jaden Daniels this stream. Wow, we're having the time here.
Loss of 6 yards on the
I
play.
mean,
I mean, Tennessee's QB looks like Joe Burrow at this point.
maybe so.
And we sprinkled in Joe Burrow. Oh my God. I'm loving this game. Hey, what do we think about the young QBs coming out the draft this year, fellas? Any thoughts, comments, concerns?
I wouldn't
The
say
Bryce Young debate is crazy right now with how small he is and is he going to be a good NFL quarterback. In my personal opinion, I think being a quarterback is just, oh my God, Callaway with the stiff arm.
Honestly, I don't think Brad
It's
is
just
that.
built inside him.
the class as a whole, I don't think is just spectacular, but there's some gems in there, sprinkled in there.
Very,
everywhere.
very high potential, I believe. I think the Bryce Young concerns are valid in terms of the size. You're talking about talent, there's no question. Because the NFL size does truly matter. It really does.
Corey Brown is actually throwing crazy passes right now. I see a touchdown play right now.
He's having his way.
With that being said, who do you think the first QB off the board is?
That makes it 2nd and 10.
For sure, 100% it is
Better be Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
I've been hearing a
Now,
lot
I
of Will
did just see a
Levis
report
talk.
recently. I've seen a report recently that Bryce Young is the overwhelming favorite, but Anthony Richardson is not out of play because of the upside.
Anthony Richardson he looks really good. In his pro day, he looked real good. He looked like he was out there having fun.
Yeah, he's definitely got a super high ceiling. The tape didn't tell the whole story with him, but you still gotta be. I mean, you got a proven product of Bryce Young. So it's kind of like one of those. Do I play with it, or do I just take what I know is really gonna start? Because you seen Bryce Young do it with talent and without talent. Now, granted, you only seen Christian do it without talent.
But we always got to look at that situation with Alabama. Are Alabama's quarterbacks products of their receivers? You always have to look at that and make a fair assumption from research.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the case for Bryce Young this year. He's the only one that's coming out of the Alabama system without a bona fide dog or receiver. Now, granted, they're still good, but they are the bottomest of bottom tier compared to what Alabama's produced over the last couple of years.
Correct, because I mean, history proves itself that Alabama, every quarterback that has went into the draft hasn't really been a success story in the NFL. And Mac Jones is right now, he's in the NFL, and we can't even figure out if Bill Belichick wants to keep him or not.
We have an announcement from the chat. They say it's not Bryce, it's CJ Stroud.
I could honestly understand.
CJ Stroud could be
one
less than anyone. He
Because
got the
Texas
size.
doesn't even know. Yeah, Texas doesn't even know who they want to pick.
They might not choose a quarterback. They said, well,
quarterback.
their report was if it's not Bryce Young, then it's nobody.
So y'all think
Exactly.
y'all think the first pick of the draft is a QB?
Yes, that's guaranteed.
I have a sideline report here. They had some comparisons for our comps for the QBs. I have a few here, but they have Bryce Young as Tua Tagovailoa or Teddy Bridgewater, but I also saw a comp for Drew Brees. So I'm assuming they're doing a
For
high,
Bryce
a
Young?
low, and a mid for Bryce Young. Yes.
So like ceiling, like what they think
Yeah,
he'll be,
ceiling.
and then the floor.
Yeah.
So what's the floor? Are we saying that 2 was the floor?
No, Teddy's a floor.
I think
Teddy's
Teddy
the
would be the
okay.
floor.
Yeah, okay.
Who was the mid? Drew Brees to the top.
Rack from the chat says Mac Jones is a good QB, wrong system.
That's very well true. He had a DC calling plays for him, so that'll tell you everything you need to know.
We're just going to play
I
this.
wonder-
We're just going to say it out loud. He had Matt Patricia trying to call plays for him.
I wonder how
And
that
the QB
came
coach
to
was a special teams
fruition.
coordinator.
How was that actually even a thing?
What?
A defensive coordinator being the OC for a
It just-
professional
yeah.
football team.
It don't make sense, but it
when your
happened.
name's Bill. Oh, what an interception! Tennessee taking it back.
Okay, UT. About a 40 dog, big 40 on him. You heard him?
When you're Tennessee's head coach and you've watched not Tennessee's head coach, I'm sorry, the Patriots head coach, Bill Belichick, and you've watched Matt Patricia be a head coach for 5-6 years with Detroit, you believe that he can actually go out there and call the play, so you put him in that position to do well. But as we see, I think what the problem is with the Patriots is they don't actually go out and get the proper receivers or the proper people that can create separation from Mac Jones. Even when they re-signed Cam, you can see that Cam didn't even have, and Cam's a proven quarterback in the league too as well. They had people from the stands out there trying to play with him.
But you don't think Cam is on like
what's another
like
interception? Turn around. Say again.
You don't think Cam is going downhill?
I'm not gonna say that Cam is a bona fide NFL star. Do I believe Mac Jones is still a quarterback to be for the Patriots? Yes. Do I believe Cam could go out there for certain teams and actually play? Yes, because there are dog water people out there in this football league, and we cannot say that there aren't. I mean, just prime example, we're gonna look at, no shot, no respect to it. I'm not Tennessee, but the Saints. The Saints needed a QB for a whole season this year. You could have tried him out. You could have seen what he could have done. He could have possibly helped him. Look, he's 250. He's still 6'6", a 6'6" quarterback. He still has a little arm on him. We watched that in a game with the Patriots before he didn't come, when he first came back. And then when he went to Carolina, you could see that he still had the arm on him. You could see he still knew how to be a quarterback. Some people, I'm not going to say he's 20, what was his MVP year? 2015. I'm not going to say he's 2015 Cam, but I definitely do think that Cam is a starter for certain teams in the NFL. He is not a franchise quarterback anymore, but he is a starter for certain teams. I guess that's the best way to say that. He still can start.
As we continue to spectate this blowout.
I wouldn't put Cam over I need to get a QB, and Cam is better than a Joe Burrow. Be honest with yourself. Just because you are MVP, Cam, does not mean you're better than Joe Burrow. No. You know what I'm saying?
At this point in his career, I would agree with your take.
Exactly. If he would have came out 2016,
scenario, though. Cool. I do want to bring up a scenario. Do you think that Cam Newton and this current situation he's in is comparable to Colin Kaepernick?
No, absolutely not.
Colin Kaepernick still had years. Let me say.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick still had years on his career. Cam is towards the end of his career. Cap was in the middle, maybe the beginning of his career, and he kind of just got blackballed out the league.
He 100% was blackballed out the league. Cam isn't. I wouldn't say blackball. Oh, what a catch for Tennessee! What is these receivers doing?
Jimmy Holiday,
what is the secondary?
Announcement from the chat rack says Cam still has potential. He will be a good backup, but not a starter. And he's not better than Burrow.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. Cam has a mindset of that, and that's what a true competitor does. Oh, I'm better than this person.
As Tennessee trots in for another touchdown from about 5
came out and
yards
said that he'll be a backup. He's not opposed to being a backup. So that the concern of him messing up your locker room or putting that I'm a starter mindset. Granted, he didn't put out a specific list. He definitely said he'll be a backup.
And I agree with that. And that's why I said he could start for certain teams.
And we looked up, and this actually did turn into a flag football scrimmage, and Tennessee takes the win.
Before, you get established a play.
Tennessee takes a dub, 49 to I think 21.
I have another QB comparison, but apparently these ones outside of Bryce Young do not have a third comparison. I got CJ Stroud as a Dak Prescott or Jared Goff.
Wait, what? No, that's a horrible comparison.
You have who?
That's-
Which I heard that.
I'm reporting this live from NFL.com. So they have him as a pro comp as Dak Prescott or Jared Goff.
In terms of talent wise, we do believe he's. Think about it. Think of how Jared Goff came into the league. You put him in a good system, get a good amount of talent. He's just a clean thrower. He doesn't necessarily wow you, right? That's what they said about CJ Stroud in college. And Dak, same thing with Dak, except Dak has the wheels, right? He doesn't run like he probably used to or needs to, but he can. And then also, when the system's right, he can thrive. But CJ Stroud, I believe, is better than both.
Yeah,
clearly.
CJ Stroud's not he can run if he needs to.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud will run, and he will do it.
Yeah, I think if CJ Stroud uses his legs more, the conversation would be a lot different for him coming out.
Right.
I need one of y'all to move.
It's not me. It's definitely Jay Will.
Another announcement from the chat. Rack says Cam low-key washed. Colin did get blackballed. And Cam got the mindset of Russell Westbrook. They cocky and full of their ways.
Rack, that is a 100% good take. Cam is just like Russell Westbrook.
If I was at the pinnacle that they were, you couldn't tell me different.
Jay Will, are you here? I would like to interview after that game, but it looks like you're AFK right now.
Technical difficulties with our other co-host and commentator Tulu. I think he's running through a dead spot right now. But what is it, brother?
There it goes. Now we jump into our next one. Oregon State, number 22.
Oregon State on the board
versus Cal.
Rack says, bro, they say we don't play competition. What about Stroud's hand against UGA, bro? That matters.
I agree. What's the best place for QBs to land? John says in the chat. And as far
who
as
has the number one pick? Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good. They're on the come up.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say that would be a great place to land. I would want to go to like an established organization, not trying to get back to what the standard would be, but like somewhat what the standard is.
I mean, if I was the second pick overall, I would not be mad about going to Texas this year. Texas has got a brand new head coach, and Texas is also building their team up. And they're trying to make something change after what they have ruined in the last 5 to 10 years. 5 years.
As the head coach of Oregon State, before this game gets started, I'm trying to pull my best Steve Sarkisian impression, being tipsy on the sideline. Cheers.
Cheers. Steve Sarkisian Jr.
Yeah, because Stevie was trying to get breezy on the sideline, guys. We know that for a fact. I do have another. This just then I have another comp for another QB.
He did play well, right? I'm not, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you're good. You're good.
Rack, he did play well in that game, and he was giving Georgia a run for their money because Georgia's deep. Their secondary was a little sometimes because you could almost do what you wanted sometimes with Georgia's secondary. But yeah, I think he did play very well against Georgia's defense. So that was a really good game, that was a really good game.
We're gonna see what Zach Johnson can do in this Cal offense. They are looking saucy today. But back to the QB comparison real quickly. And Anthony Richardson apparently has 3 comps. I don't understand how NFL is doing this, but his pro comp was Cam Newton, Carson Wentz, and Jalen Hurts.
I knew Cam was coming. But Carson, because of the big body and how he moves forward, Carson could take hits, and that's something that you honestly could say is true. Carson would actually take hits and would run and act like nothing was going to happen.
Great defensive stop by Oregon State, by the way.
The comparison with Cam, I can understand that because what I've seen Anthony Richardson do on that line, who jumps, fakes a pass, and spins and then runs for a touchdown. Never seen him do that. Oregon State with the ball after the punt return back from Cal.
We know we can already call it. This is definitely clipping. The refs are biased on this call. They always call it.
Clipping. One of the worst calls in NFL and college football.
Did this just freeze?
Yep.
We have a TV interruption, and we're back. I lied. We are definitely back. The game is back. I don't know what happened. There was a slight interruption in the broadcast, but we're back. I'm filling in for Zoo Daddy, and like I said, this is your broadcaster, your family's favorite coach.
Rex. I don't think so. Seeing that, my bad. The Willow Downs. Rex has seen the things with QBs. They need to be in a system that fits them. Like some quarterbacks don't really be trash just under the wrong coaches. Some quarterbacks are really actually ass. I'm sorry.
Would you call Sam Darnold ass?
Yes. Because he just went to another team and proved
You got me fucked up.
He's done it twice.
Who's on his team?
I mean, that's a fair point, but
Another comment from the sidelines. Rack says if Marvin didn't get hurt, we would have won for sure.
Marvin was a big loss.
They probably would have won.
Yeah.
Pick.
What a bad throw by the QB from Oregon State. He had a man wide open across the middle, decided to throw it back across his body. Man, what was he thinking next? I think the QB might be drunk too.
He did look like he got hit like his daddy used to beat him. Wait, so maybe he was terrified of the hit and just threw that thing in the air. We will never know.
You never know. This might be a game for Cal to take home if they can just think and play straight.
What a great last name in Magnum. Mason Magnum.
Got a blitz coming from the outside coming in. It should be an incomplete pass.
We have we have a few comments from the sideline. Where y'all see Bijan going? Top 10? Question mark by Rack. And then we have John Morrison saying that he agreed with Rack's statement of Marvin getting hurt, they would have won. And then he says Sam Darnold was not trash, just in trash places. When I'm in love, when I'm with you. I just want to get a quick interview with the head coach of the Tennessee Vols, Jay Will, Fat Daddy Jay Will. How are you doing, Fat Daddy Jay Will?
I'm living fat.
How did you feel about your competition in the last game? I know it seemed very short and abrupt there at the end because y'all were just kind of running away with it. But how did you feel going into that game?
Good stop from Oregon.
Well, I felt pretty good about the opponent. We are ranked #1 for a reason, but you don't want to have any slip-ups. So you always want to go out there and put the best performance of head. And just felt like I was playing like a team like Oregon State. They're just not on the same competition level.
Glitching the system right there. Fat Daddy Jay Will, I got a question for you too as well. How did you get back into your players' heads and mindset after that massive run from Missouri? I know the guys probably were thinking like, oh man, we have this game in the bag. How did you get their heads back into the game? But there were a few turnovers and a few mishaps that did happen. How did you settle the guys down and just go out there and play Tennessee football?
And you just have to remind them that each play is a different play. Don't dwell on the past. You
I
always
believe
wanna worry
Oregon
about the
is
next
definitely
play.
drunk. They went on an onside kick and off of a kickoff. I honestly think Oregon is drunk. I'm sorry about that, Tennessee head coach. That was just looking at gameplay right there and footage. But say that one more time. I'm just if you can give it to me.
No, in terms of the turnovers, you know, the guys were really upset about the 2 fumble recoveries that they got, and we didn't get the ball. Could have been up more at half, maybe 35 or 42, but you just settle them down and get them back into place and get them ready to always continue to play top level football. The entire country is looking at you, so you need
Indeed,
to
they are.
perform at your best.
Yeah, and one of our commentators said that
Oregon is getting manhandled by Cal right now. If you look at some of these things that are happening.
one of the commentators said, "You look good, you play good." I quoted Cool Daddy Deion Sanders, the head coach of Colorado at this point, and he said it must be the money. So, do you agree with that?
I can't say it must be the money. Money is not the end all be all. You never know. I might end up in Kent State to rebuild a program. So I'm in the toughest conference, or one of the toughest conferences in America. So you just want to go out there and put your best foot forward. We got a couple of playmakers out there, and we got an excellent recruiting class coming in this year that's going to establish even more.
I'm glad to see it. Oh my God, Cal with a dart over the top. I think this might be a trap game for Oregon to get put back out of the top 22. If Oregon doesn't,
Might be out of the rankings after this game.
he may. If he doesn't put his jock straps on and settle these boys down, he has no chances against teams that are in the top 10, especially against unranked teams in the Pac-12.
A couple of comments from the sideline. It says, "I feel like the coaches told them to hurt him will take the targeting call." I'm assuming they're talking about Sam Darnold when John said Sam Darnold was in trash, not trash, but in trash places. Rack said 100 John Morris, and then Rack said the wildest name I thought I'd ever heard was Puff Daddy, but he said Fat Daddy is outrageous. And then John Morris said, "Tell Fat Daddy J. Will he's a fraud." And then
Hey, eyes go so far in this chat.
Rack also said upset. I'm assuming he's saying upset baby because Cal is whooping that ass right now.
Not going to say that in the booth.
Yeah, Cal is on a mission right now. Cal is actually wanting to play football today. I think Oregon came out thinking that they had this game in the bag. They're 6-1. Cal's 5-4. It's like, hey, we're definitely. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know how commentators don't see massive hits and be like, "Oh my God!" out in the middle of live television.
It's like he ran into a concrete wall there.
Boy ran into a Mack truck.
Man ran into a Subway sandwich. Put him on his butt. All right.
Boy,
Put him in his butt.
golly, that looked like a okay.
Got a little pile up there right there, and it looked like DeMar might have got out of there, but he only gets about, I'm assuming that was 3. I think he was in the 2nd and 8th, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's been great talking with you, Fat Daddy J. Will, if you want to join it, or if you want to join PZ in the booth, or you can join me here on the sideline, we can keep commentating this game. Oregon State's trying to make a push right now. Like I said, they are ranked 22, so if they win this game, they'll be in a good seeding. I would assume if they stay undefeated to get up there in the top 15, maybe top 10.
Maybe so. With this level of what Cal's record is, and probably, if anything, Oregon will move up to maybe, I believe, a 19, depending on who else lost in this round. Not a 15. I don't think they'll go up that high off of just a low Cal defeat. In
an alternate reality, Rack said from the comment section, when I used Ohio State in Dynasty, Cal actually gave me trouble as well. They play very hard.
I think Cal in this timeline actually plays really hard on certain teams too. So that's kind of a true statement. Oregon, they think they the real Oregon, but sometimes they can be the real Oregon if they think straight.
I would think Oregon would beg to differ. I think Oregon thinks Oregon State is a counterfeit. False flagging, as they would say.
Touchdown, Oregon State.
But
they can't. You're right, but at the same time, sometimes Oregon State can put up them numbers. You see them all the time when they play Oregon. I mean, they have some pretty good days and games with them, especially against Bo Nix.
So now we've come closer now. Let's see if Oregon State can get a stop here and try to get this ball back before half and get in front of this game, because they've been on the back foot this entire game. So it's good to see some momentum on their side. Ooh, a beautiful out route there to Marvin Anderson.
Dangerous out route, but it landed. Very dangerous.
Yeah, he threw that in the covers, but it just it somehow got to its receiver. So we're not gonna
give him any credit for it. Oh my god! Oh my! Oh, get the stretcher out for Chris Street.
His spinal cord might be dislocated after that one.
He didn't know if he wanted to get back up or get up. Have y'all seen the new helmets that they're making for the NFL again? And their helmets are back in there talking to the media again one more time.
I mean, I think they're trying to get in front of this concussion thing, and I'm not entirely sure if the NFL is doing that because they actually care for the players, or they just want to save themselves some money on any of these. Oh wow, his knees could have been blowed out on that shot. Zach Johnson is a lucky man there. That is a linebacker diving at the legs. So
I think, you know, with the NFL, like you said, is like if they're saving money, but at the same time, or saving face. If you look at it, they created those new helmets last year for the guys, and this is the most concussions we've probably seen in a single year of NFL football. I knew those helmets were absolutely horrendous and terrible, because even the players were telling, you know, the PA, like, hey, these helmets are heavy. And as you've seen multiple times with Tua Tagovailoa, man, you've seen his head snap back. Them helmets were not protecting him at all. Like, and I said it, like, his first concussion, I was like, man, that helmet sucks. I was like, look at his head and look at what's happening. He's getting absolutely, you know, his head is snapping back. It's just like, I think, what were those helmets called? I forgot what they were. I remember it was 2011 when we got those, 2010, 2011 when we got those high school helmets, the Vapors or the Vapor helmets. Them shits were absolutely the heaviest things we ever played in. Because we had the old school regular, you know, just regular helmets, the circle ones, and then we went to those Nike Vapor helmets, or whatever they were called. I forgot what they were. I think they are Vapors or something like that. Them jumps were so doggone heavy. I'm like, good God, you had a brick on your head.
I think they're trying to take preventive measures when it comes to that, but like I've said, I did a study on these concussions in college. I had to do like a public speaking class on them, and that's the topic I chose. And I really think that it just depends person to person. People can be hit 1,000,000 times and never catch a concussion, and then another person can get hit one time and catch that concussion. It's just on a person to person basis. Of course, you want to be preventative by making those helmets as comfortable and shock proof as possible, but when it comes to playing football, man, it is a violent sport. People are running at very high speeds, and that's just the risk you take when you play football. Like, there's gonna be high impact contact, and like I even did some research, and the research said like some of these impacts that happen on the field are like two cars ramming into each other in person form. So I mean, it's just comes with the territory. If this is something you want to do and you're full-fledged into it, it's just it comes with the territory. I mean, of course, you want your employers to think about your health when it comes to these things, but it's only so much they can do. And I feel like if they're providing entertainment for your company or your organization, you should be willing to take care of them if said concussion occurs afterwards. So I mean, and it's causing them life difficulties after they've done their due diligence on the football field. But that's a discussion that I don't know if the NFL organization is ready to talk about, nor ready to fork up the money for. So
no problem. The NFL ain't got to talk about that. It's Will Smith. Either way it goes. With that being said, though, if you think about it, there's only one thing I probably disagree with you at that whole statement is about who gets concussions. I think everyone gets concussions. People just handle them differently. That's what I honestly think about concussions. I've had concussions, you've had concussions, you just don't know that they're concussions. You know, there's a difference between everybody's human head is, kind of the same. Everybody's brain is like half an inch from the skull wall, so it doesn't matter what happens or what it is, your brain reacts the same way in everybody's head, no matter the size you are. That's just probably like one thing
right here. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're not. That's the only thing, like you said, but I think everybody gets concussions, they just deal with them differently. And the NFL to me also put somebody's life in jeopardy this year and career in jeopardy. Tua got one concussion, they let him play 2 weeks later. Got another concussion, did not take him out for the season and caused another concussion. This dude had 3 concussions in one season. Once you get one concussion, you are prone to concussions after that until your brain, fully heals.
Right.
I think it's time for the NFL to talk about it. Because the amount of concussions that happen this year are insane. Chris Olave got a concussion for catching the ball in the end zone. He didn't get hit, he fell on his head. His head snapped back onto the ground.
Yeah.
These helmets are absolute dog balls.
I don't know if there's any way to correct the helmet issue. Like I said, though, it's just you have to make those helmets shock absorbent. I don't know how you would do that without making them
too heavy is a big thing. Your head is going to cause more concussions by the weight of those helmets. The guys were, the NFL guys were talking about it this year. Like, these helmets are absolutely heavy. Like, you got 280-pound linemen, 300-pound linemen saying, I don't want that helmet. They're incredible heavy. One of the best centers in football, Jason Kelsey, said it best. He was like, dude, he went out in training camp when he got those new helmets. He even put big bubble wrap. He didn't say it best, but he did it best. He put bubble wrap around his helmet. He's just like, they're massive. They're absolutely huge. This is what I feel like I'm wearing. They're heavy. Might as well go out here and play like what I got on my head. And then you look at it. There's more concussions this year, I believe, than that we, the actual TV fans and people looked at this year. There's undercover concussions that no one ever talks about. But this year, there's been more visible concussions that we're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
The world has seen, and everybody's like, oh my God, what is happening right now?
Let me give a report from the sideline real quick. Rack did say that if I don't, in alternate universe, if I don't win the Natty for year 3 at Colorado, I'm out. He also then said I was ranked 2nd and I was looking good. Then I lost to USC boy. I was heated.
Break. Good runs by Cavan.
He then said, and these games give me the Fiesta Bowl, like, fuck out of here. And then one last response from Rack. He says, yep, heavy helmets cause issues. And I kind of do agree, but the thing is, we got to think about it this way. You got to see the severity of the concussion. Most people don't even show symptoms and they have concussions. And then you also have to think about it in this aspect. if they're catching concussions now, I wonder how they were dealing with this in the past when they only had leather helmets to play with. That is the most insane part of this entire.
Back then, those guys were real men. Let me tell you something. I ain't playing no leather helmet.
So I mean,
Definitely not.
the heavier. Do you think the heavier the helmet, the more issues, or do you think it's just we are just now realizing that this game is just a violent sport and it didn't really matter what helmet they had on their head, they were just gonna have concussion.
Both. Heavier helmets cause more energy towards when your head snaps back. They causes heavier impacts. The heavier the helmet, the heavier the energy is to transfer to the ground. That's why you're seeing a lot more field players getting hurt. What a touchdown by Cal with back zone throw.
Looked like he was out of bounds.
Illegal touching on Cal. Wow. Big play before the half, and it's going to get them 5 yards back from the end zone. And Oregon State has not been doing really good on defense here. I mean, they did score, and I meant to mention that earlier. They scored to put themselves ahead, but now they're in a very, very deep push by Cal right here in the end zone. I mean, the red zone. And it's 10-14. They got a chance to score before half.
Oh my God, Cal. Marvin Anderson with a one-handed end zone.
That was an insane play. Might be catch of the year.
But back to your answer. I do believe you I mean, I agree with you on both parts. It's heavier helmets is causing issues with skilled receivers because they're getting tackled and stung and causing more energy to break on the head.
To the outside. Is he going to make it to the end zone?
Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh, with the last second grab.
And then they're going to call a clipping. And it's coming back. I cannot believe that. Man, these refs. These refs are paid to call the clipping foul. Look, and the coach is actually discussing this with the ref. I'm wondering, is that the Oregon State coach complaining about the call, or was that the Cal coach saying, "Hey, thank you for that call"? He was giving them a little money in the pocket.
That's
the bomb shot downfield. At this point, it looks like Oregon State is just playing for just the sake of it.
From the sideline, shoemaker shoes. Just want to report, Oregon State is not happy with the officiating crew right now. They felt like that was not a block in the back. And also they feel like they're not getting enough calls on the defense.
With the interception from Oregon State, Oregon is just out here going.
Yeah, so they're not getting enough calls on the defense or offensive end. Just wanted to update those things and let you know that they are not happy on that end to end the half.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. Like
play better defense, see if they can continue to move the ball down the field. For Oregon State, they need to figure out how they can stop Cal and get the ball in the end zone more. Back to you, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, me and Pat said, that Cal coach looked a little suspect on the sideline there. It looked like he was handing off some drug money as he was actually touching the ref on the
inside dive from Oregon with a 26-yard gain.
They do. Oregon, like I said, Oregon does have a chance to get it back here, though, because they got the ball at half, and that was a great way to start this drive off. Great out route by Oregon State. Look, the ball movement here right now on this first drive after half, the coaches must have really gotten the players' asses.
Spencer tried to act like he was cool and thought he was going to toe tap on the sideline, but he could have just ran upfield. That's something the coaches need to address later on. Why'd you try to toe tap 3 yards from the end, out of bounds? Run upfield. Stop trying to be pretty.
This is true. The eye in the sky don't lie, and that's what the coach told me.
Don't worry, I see it. And I'm going to tell it.
You would wonder if the Oregon State head coach did his best Denzel impersonation. Asking his team if it was funny anymore to be playing football. So, you know, we just gotta keep our minds on the game, I'm assuming, and we'll see if they're.
I understand. I don't understand Oregon. I mean, I think for some reason I feel like Oregon has the same. Oh my God, what a dart.
A lot of space on the outside. It looks like they found the formula right now. Jalen Henderson is not doing too well on the passing side because he's got 2 picks, but this drive is looking amazing. But what were you going to say, Pat?
If this drive is good, I say call QB sneaks from shotgun over and over because this is like the second team I've seen do a QB sneak and shotgun, a QB draw. I mean.
Comments from the sideline, Jay Will. You have some notes in the comment section from Rack. It says something about coaches. I can't actually read it because I'm trying to focus on the game. And Oregon State scores their touchdown out of half.
We all need to be coaches. Let's start with high school. LOL. We've all tried at one point in time. I believe. What's the age requirement for coaching? Because I'm right out of high school. Some teams let you come be a coach or an assistant right then and there, right out of high school.
That was a mean stiff arm. And I do want to call this out real fast. I know that the head coach from Oregon State was saying he was pulling his best Steve Sarkisian impression. He was going to be lit on the sideline, but it looks like all of his players might be a little inebriated because they all have on UNLV gloves, and I don't think they play for UNLV. I don't know what's occurring there.
No, they do not have on UNLV.
They do indeed have UNLV gloves on, as the cameraman got real close on his wide receiver. And man, I think they're all drunk out there, actually. Maybe that's why they started off so rough at the beginning of the game.
Hey, Steve Sarkisian Jr., what do you have your players out there doing? Is that who you going to go play for next? Is that what you trying to hint at us? Because
This Marvin Anderson guy looks like he will play in the league.
Yeah, it's looking kind of that way. That catch before halftime where he cradled it like a baby and he wasn't dropping the basket, okay? So he's looking like a threat out there. Can the Oregon State stop him? It's the question.
I guess Kyle just loves making from the sideline one-hand catches and difficult catches. Coaches said they work on it all the time. So this is nothing.
I think they all have the OBJ in their blood.
I mean, it doesn't work out if they're not going to actually make the catch, though. So I mean, they can try all they want.
Great stop from Oregon. Second and pass.
They needed it. They definitely needed that stop. I don't know what Oregon's defense is doing right about now. Like, I feel like Cal's been moving the ball pretty efficiently. If they can get a stop, this lineman has some of the smallest shoulder pads I've ever seen. Either that or he's eating the shoulder pads up with his body mass. I have no idea what's going on there.
In my mindset, I feel like Oregon should just move back into three linebackers and keep Cal from throwing these short undercut routes. Oh my God, dart! What another dart from Cal.
That was a dangerous pass that could have been picked, but it was not meant to be. That DB is slow as molasses. He definitely should have been able to make a play on that pass. That was about a 25-yard pass, I believe. And he was in open space. Zach Johnson, 2 times.
Oh, my God. Oh, Cal with another crazy run. Cal is ready to freaking play today.
250 from Zach Johnson. He said, hey, show me your stiffy, I get diffy. Okay?
Cal said, we saw y'all do a quarterback draw in midfield. No problem. I'll do it back and do it better. Stop running.
Comment from the
right, we all play college football.
Yeah, just a side note. John said, man in the game with Cal, he's a menace. And then also, Jay Will just mentioned Rack's question about playing football in college. I'm going to give a little backstory on all of our college pedigree. Zero played, I think 3 or 4 years at Austin P. Jay Will played a year at Murray, and I also played a year at Murray. John Zoo Daddy, he also played. I don't know how many years John played. I think he played. Jay will be able to answer that question. Zoo Daddy played 3. Zoo played 3 years at Murray, and we're talking about Murray State here, where 12 came from. If anybody knows 12.
The gangsters.
I will be right back to that.
I was 3 weeks. Don't worry about me.
And I don't know where Pezzy the God.
Pezzy.
You.
Easy. Oh, punch you.
Pezzy.
I was about.
Pezzy Peasy Fashizi. We don't know exactly where he played college. Where did you play college?
I
Peasy?
made Tennessee State and got kicked off because I was not NCAA eligible because you had to be eligible to play. So that was officially 3 months.
I don't know. Like I said, I think the Oregon State's head coach is inebriated. He literally just got up and walked away from the field. We're gonna do a little sideline reporting right now. Rack is asking a lot of questions. He said, "What Zero?" And then Rack asks, "What positions did everyone play?" He said he quit college ball my freshman year. I quit.
We are back.
Okay, the inebriated coach is back. He's in a dogfight. I can tell you, like Zeus said, Cal are being menaces. We have a scoreboard bug that I cannot tell what the score is anymore. I think Cal is up.
No, Oregon is up 21-20.
Oh, and now the scoreboard is back. We're having electric malfunctions in the stadium, so.
Seems like we're playing Raleigh Eastbrook when they took the lights from the stadium and we beat them to a pulp.
I can't say what position Pat played. I can definitely say what position I played. Well, I played middle. I started off as a rover linebacker, which is the linebacker that covers like the slot. So I could run a little bit. It's kind of the linebacker that's in coverage, and then they moved me to middle linebacker because they thought I was smart enough to call out the plays and call out what offenses and stuff like that and call the defense out. I think Jay Will also played rover linebacker. I could be wrong.
I played strong and I got moved to the outside. Well, yeah, rover.
Yeah, so he plays strong. You play strong safety.
Yeah.
So Jay Will play strong safety and then moved to rover. I think Zoo was like a running back.
Zulu played running back, wide receiver, defensive back.
Okay, so athlete. And I know that Zero played safety. Free, I'm pretty sure. Okay, he played both.
Yeah,
So
weak safety, strong safety, and free safety.
Rack, I
walked on as a tight end because I couldn't play guard. Bulked up to like 215. And so I walked on as to play tight end, but got moved to linebacker. But no certified position.
He said, Rack said he quit freshman year. I also did quit freshman year. Extenuating circumstances there. I think Jay Will also.
No.
I don't think he
played
quit.
2 years actually.
Jay will play 2 years. I don't know.
First year I played the second year.
Okay. Wow. What in the world was going on with Cal's coverage there? That is insane.
Yeah, I quit I guess you could say I quit my freshman year, and then like the sophomore year I made the baseball team that didn't really come into effect. I was trying to get a scholarship so bad at Tennessee.
Yeah, I was a preferred walk-on. They did redshirt me though when I came in. I wasn't feeling it anymore. I guess I don't know. It was a lot of emotions going on during that time. But Rack said he played at HBCU, Albany State, in Georgia, and he said Al Moss 0. So
probably could. So he's drunk right now.
Yeah, he definitely drunk, but
I'm about to
I don't know.
interrupt this program and get on some of y'all heads. Ain't nobody bossing me.
I was about to say I'm gonna talk on Rack. I'm gonna talk on Zero's behalf. Zero is about 6'1", and I would say his playing weight was about 202, 225, something like that, 205.
298.
Yeah, I was gonna say 196, but I didn't want to hold you. Okay. He was running about.
Man, Zero catch the ball in his face, though.
I just want to let you know he was pretty good at the football thing. He was running a 4.5, so I mean he was pretty good at the football thing.
But he was a disabled veteran in high school, though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean he had knee problems, foot problems. But hey, when I tell you he had the instinct, I would say he had the instinct.
And led the state. Was it the state or was it the city in interception? I think it was the state. His junior year, your junior or sophomore year, he led state in interception.
Yeah, so I mean, he said I wanted to chase the girls. Every 12 girls was one guy, and there was a lot of females, bro. Wish I kept my head on straight.
Hey, I hear you. That was Tennessee State for me.
And
for sure.
again,
Zach Johnson is just having
that's a
field
monster,
day.
bro. He is
Zach
a
Johnson
monster.
is having a field day. He might be playing in the league as well there, Fat Daddy J Will. And then Rack said he is 6'2", 190, running a 4.5. So it might have been a good matchup. I mean, y'all not going to be lined up against each other. And Zero's mostly playing midfield and stuff like that. But
Nah, we play a lot of match zone. So
Okay,
man, like after a certain amount of yardage.
So it turned in as man. So I mean,
yeah, it turned into man. You might have matched up. I know J Will also was one of those people who run man to man, and if you talk to him, he said ain't nobody catching on him. J Will's almost about 6'2" and a half, probably 6'3". Running about
Fat Daddy Allen.
and he's a little bit heavier than his older brother Zero. He was about
might be better
215.
too.
He was about 215.
Yeah,
running about a 4.5 as well. So, I mean, they both have really good instincts. I watched them play in high school. They're pretty good.
ran a 4.3 like John.
I will not attest to that. But we've been that was a good play, good defensive play. We're not even paying attention to the game at this point. We're taking it personal here in the comment section because Rack thinks he's the bomb. I mean, but hey, we that's a difference of opinion. We can send the highlights if we want, but
Nobody catching on me. I am blind. City.
John said 3. I have no idea what he's talking about. He might be talking crap in the chat because you know John likes to pop off at the mouth sometimes. Zoo Daddy. Definitely a good stop on third down to get him to fourth, and they got a punt, and now Oregon State they got a chance to put this away for sure.
They do. If they can just keep that ball, keep the ball moving, keep on going downfield, and they can definitely put this game away. Because there has been a lot of mistakes on Oregon's side to keep Cal in the game. I can't wait to talk to the coach today.
I mean, possibly if that inebriation might have been affecting that play calling because
Henderson is absolutely a speed demon. What's a great first down here.
Yeah, that was a great one. The pressure was up the middle initially and immediate actually, and then he just rolled out to the right, got around that corner, and he does what most QBs don't do nowadays is get down to the ground, keep it safe. We're trying to keep the ball. We're trying to keep our win streak going, and he just made a really good play right there. Stayed down inbounds, got the play running, and then here we go. Got a pass over the middle. Great breakup by 32.
In my opinion, I think Oregon just needs to open up the playbook just a tad bit more. I think Cal's interior, crossing route defense is pretty good. I think if he takes a shot downfield, he may get something to pop really hard against Cal. But some of these The Cal zone defense is looking pretty good in their man coverages. You can probably take a shot downfield on one of those sides and get something good to happen off of Cal. I mean, for Oregon.
Rack said sit down. Big Wilm said yes, sir. And Rack said stand over you and taunt you. I don't know who he's speaking of. I don't put myself in these conversations. I'm a middle linebacker. All I know is I came down with reckless abandon. Nobody wants to go head up and hit with me. I hit anybody, and I'm coming in full speed. But I mean, I wasn't that much of a finesse. I was pretty quick. I could do some change of directions, but I'm not. I don't think I'm guarding anybody running 4.5s. I can hang with you for a little bit. But
across the middle.
Good call by Pezzi, because he definitely said that zone is looking a little weak. Did you not, Pezzi? Or was that you were saying their zone was a little strong over the middle, because it looked like it popped open right there actually.
That was a great pass by the quarterback right there in that situation.
I'm of the other mindset. I know that Zero has said this many a times. What
a shot.
Sir, Tommy Spencer like the Tommy gun and gets it in the end zone.
You put them in man coverage, you take a shot somewhere downfield, you're going to get something to happen. Look.
That was a weird play because it looked like 28
no one was over there with the tight end.
Maybe that linebacker was trying to trail and he just lost coverage on there, and the inebriated coach is celebrating on the sideline if you pay attention to the cam. That was a great play, I'm not gonna lie. It was more of a dying duck of a throw, but it got where it needed to go.
That tight end was open from the start of the play right there. There was no one to cover the tight end. Everybody else picked someone else. Their man coverage got blown. You take them shots downfield.
Rack said his hardest team I played against was Kartsvokel and Trevor Lawrence. So, hey, Rack, if you played against Trevor Lawrence in high school, I can tell you we had some competition now. We had some competition down here. We had South Panolas, the East High Schools, where they had the end of we don't want to talk about that. The Ridgeways. We had some people that went to some D1 schools down. We had some talent we played against, but not to I don't know if it was anywhere to the level of the Trevor Lawrence. So
QB.
I mean, we played Barry.
Oh yeah, Barry Brunetti.
We played Barry, but he ain't.
Yeah, we didn't.
No. But I mean, we knew him beforehand, though. Yeah.
He ain't no Trevor Lawrence. Now, don't get me wrong. Barry Brunetti was a great. Iffy. Cartersville. He's in correction. Cartersville, not Kartsvokel. I pronounced that word out pretty well, but I didn't think that was a correct word there. Yeah, Barry, not to take away anything.
Cal's eyeballs are absolutely, oh my God, he had a mean ass post route going across the middle, wide open. Good thing that Cal can't see nothing, because that was a touchdown, and Oregon just completely lost its route, its coverage right there.
Rack said he didn't lose a game since 2014. When did you start your high school career there, Rack? Oh, good pass to the outside. He got out of bounds. I thought he was going to turn that up and get to the end zone, because he definitely broke the tackle. Lawrence had a team. Rico Fry was his running back. Dude was a menace.
We had a Rico too. We called him Little Leg.
I would say that our teams weren't so fortunate. We all went to the same high school, by the way, in Tennessee. We all went to the same high school. But I went undefeated freshman year. And then when I got to varsity, I think we were 7-5 one year. Then we were 9 and I can't even remember. I think we were 9-3. We won the first playoff game and lost the second one. And then my senior year, we were 13-0. We were state bound, and then we lost to a team I will not name.
And it's absolutely got. And he playing. What's up with these Andersons?
These Andersons are everywhere, and they're putting it on the ground.
Hey, I just want y'all to know, Zach Johnson has 352 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a menace out here, but in the end, it won't equate to much because back corner Dodney dropped the pass. Back corner Dodney dropped the pass.
Zach Johnson's efficiency this game is absolutely incredible. He's 26 for 30.
Trevor didn't lose a game since 2014. My bad. John shouting out his measurables: 5'8", 4'3", shorty. Somebody gotta see me.
Touchdown, Cal.
Touchdown. We still might have a game if Cal can get this onside kick. We are still live.
I don't think. I mean, it's going to be pretty tough with 20 seconds to get the onside kick and roll down the field. Oregon State has been putting up a little bit of comp on the defensive side, just a tad bit, but there has been blown coverages. We never know what could happen.
This is true. There's a lot of blown coverages in this game. A lot of blown coverages. A very, very competitive game. And Zero, like I said, he was inebriated at first, but I think the shock factor is settling in. And they recovered it. Hopefully the returner doesn't put it on the ground, because I know that happened to the Louisville's coach in the last stream we had.
You know what would be a great story is if Oregon took a shot downfield for the last play of the game.
And get picked and ran back for a touchdown.
You get picked and ran back for it.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to take this. I think he's going to take this dub. He's going to survive to play another day. They're going to move up in the rankings, it seems, and we might be moving on to the next game here.
Wow, that is incredible. 417 and 417 total yards for both teams. And
all right now.
What a dumb play by the Steve Sarkisian Jr. Get his quarterback hurt with the last 10 seconds of the game. John Morrison says, 5'8", 4'3" shorty, somebody gotta see me.
Oh man. Why your QB got Adidas shoes on?
They got UNLV gloves on too, compared from what the sideline reporter T. Will was saying.
They do.
What is going on?
What's going on?
Zero is going to survive this game. Good that he does, because Cal was giving him a run for his money. And like I said, maybe he's giving us a hint with those UNLV gloves on. We don't know.
I think the hint is he's got to be going to UNLV, because after this performance today, they did get the dub and they did put up points on the field. But what is going to happen when he plays another team that's actually better than Cal?
Well, we'll see in a few weeks.
Cal gave him a fit today.
Man, that might have been one of the greatest games throughout that we've seen.
All right, let's see if we can get him on the radio real quick. Excuse me, Steve Sarkisian Jr. Are you alive, sir?
I am here.
Thank you, Coach, for joining us on our show today. Can we ask you a few questions? Are you ready for an interview?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. How do you think you did today on your performance?
I would say we didn't have our best stuff, but late in the season, I would say is survive and advance.
All right, I hear you on the survive in advance, Coach. Coach, do you think that was this the players' fault, or do you think this was on coaching's decisions today with some of the things that were happening. I did see on a kickoff return early in the game, you were in a onside kick formation with 2 minutes left on the clock. I just wanted to know if there's anything going on with the guys, or was that just coaching right there?
I would say it's a little bit of a mishap on my behalf. There's a little slip up in what we had going on, miscommunication from the sideline. Like I said, we didn't have our best stuff today, and that's on all levels. All levels we didn't have our best stuff, but the best teams, you see the best teams in the country, no matter how you play, they find a way, and today we found a way.
I understand you, Coach. I like that mentality, and like how you brought the guys back around. Just to keep their heads on. Cal was a tough opponent for you today. I see that you still came out with a dub, and you got that victory on hand. Like you said, it's surviving to the next week. Just hopefully, you guys think y'all going to clean it up just a little bit more before you play a more high powerful or bigger opponent next week.
Yes, like, let's not downplay it though. Cal is despite their record, they got guys too.
Exactly.
Their QB, that is a good player. He'll probably be in the draft somewhere.
Honestly, after that performance today, yes.
And like I said, like, they got guys too, and it's D1 college football for a reason. And we just found a way. We're a little bit better today, and we kind of clutched it up in there. So I'm proud of my guys at the end of the day, and we're gonna learn from this, and we're gonna keep moving forward. Because it doesn't get any easier from here. We got a tough game, I believe, versus Washington next weekend, and we'll get that. We'll be ready. Trust me.
Hey, Coach. And final question for you, Coach. One more, our last thing. Coach, one of our sideline reporters was on the field, and we couldn't help but we have to ask you this. I see your guys are wearing UNLV gloves. Is that a hint or a secret to what your plans are for next year, or was that just a miscue and that you came to practice or came, I don't know, to an actual NCAA football game? Is this a drunken part of you, or we just want to know, Coach? I'm sorry.
I mean, those are Oregon State gloves, so I don't know what the mishap everybody's talking about. They are our colors, and we look good in them. Like, you look good.
No, they are your colors, but just not your letters. That's the thing about it, Coach.
You look good, you play good, and we play okay. We can be better, but we survive. So I'm happy. I'm proud. We're gonna go back to the drawing board and learn.
I totally agree with you, Coach. Like you say, you look good, you feel good. Or you look good, you play good. And on another side from my side, you play good. When you play good, you can pay good. So I think the pay good part is on your portion, because I think ULV is looking at a new head coach next year. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you next year.
I'll see you.
Man, and we come into a game of snow, Peasy.
Oh my God, a game of winter's best.
Before we get started, we have some announcers from the chat. 5843 Shorty, somebody come see me, from John Morris. Rack said, John, I'ma hawk that shit down, and I would agree with you, Rack, because John, he likes to talk a good game, and he might run a 4-3, but when you get in pads, it's a little bit different.
His 4-3 translates.
John also said Ainsworth, Brentwood Academy, NBA, Alcoa. We got some schools in Tennessee. Whitehaven as well.
We play with some people too.
Yeah, there's some good guys, and we played against Lafayette. We played against Olive Branch from Mississippi.
Olive Branch had a dude from Mississippi State that went in like the 3rd round of the draft.
Well, Bates now, the one that everyone podcast loves.
And John said, Rack said, for disrespect using another team's glove. And we got that dub. Steve Sarkeesian Jr. out. AKA ZeroCharge. Now back to this game. Start near midfield, North Carolina on the first and 10 after the first down. Loses 2 yards on the run. Tackling from
play today.
Carroll. Louisville, this is not an easy game. Similar records, 2 pretty good teams. We'll see what happens at the end.
Might I say, Coach, these color schemes in this white snow is looking very appealing to North Carolina. They're kind of blending in with the snow this week. I think this could be an advantage for Louisville.
Indeed. This is why we love college football, right? Rain, sleet, or snow, we're out there, and we're trying to get it done. Another 2-yard loss from North Carolina. It's 3rd and 14.
But it's good that we're in the booth, isn't it, Coach? We're not out there. I mean, I'm sorry, Coach. But it's a good thing we're not out there in the that cold weather with them guys. I'm here warmed up with the scarf.
He gets it on 3rd and 14. A 17-yard gain to Edwards. North Carolina looking good on this drive, converting on the 3rd and long. That's going to be key. Can Louisville get off the field on 3rd and long situations?
Oh my God, Drake May with a devastating blow to the face. I think Drake needs to think about it. You know, he's got to prepare for the draft. He can't be doing these ill-advised runs and not seeing who's in front of him.
2nd and 13. A good slant pattern.
What a great slant route from Gavin Blackwell. 21-yard reception. Drake May, I think you're trying to prove yourself today, huh? Louisville's got something on their hands today. Let's make sure to see if they can do.
And Peasy, what do you think Louisville needs to do to kind of slow down this first series from North Carolina?
Right now, they're playing pretty good run defense, that's for sure. If they just got to, buckle down. That secondary just needs to buckle down just a little bit when those slant routes start to pop off. If those become a problem later on down in the game. But right now, I feel like they're just getting their feet wet just a little bit to see how North Carolina is playing. So at this point, I think let's just see how they move forward with the way this first series goes. And like I said, that run defense is actually doing very well.
We have something from the chat. Rex says your name is Steve now. Currently, my name is Hamhawk Jenkins. I portray Steve Sarkisian
with another crazy slant route across the top.
Being drowsy on the sideline. Excuse me, Peasy. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I imitate Steve Sarkisian. I'm junior of him being tipsy on the sideline. But
Drake May, what are you doing?
It's ZeroCharge all day. Big zero. Rack also said my little brother played against a number five on UNC. J.J. Jones, saw him in person. He is a menace. And Louisville's been strong this game. They've been bucking up on defense versus the run. So we'll see if they can continue to do that.
Louisville, great defensive style. Their run defense is great. Louisville's run defense is absolutely terrifying right now. To see what we can get with this secondary to not let these slant routes beat them across the middle anymore. That is looking like what? Well,
it's a key down right here, 3rd and goal from about the 10-yard line.
Right in the cover 2 defense right there. Look, just sleeping on routes. They're sitting. They were sitting
right in front of that route, and Drake made a
absolutely. That safety has no awareness.
Wonderful
sitting on it.
For a touchdown.
You came out in a great defensive look right there too. You were sitting the route. The safety was just I don't know what the safety was just sleep right there.
And
great run back, but flag. Clipping.
A big penalty call. It's going to push them back into their own territory, starting at the 12-yard line. Louisville gets its first series on
Let's see how their offensive works.
And never
gotta
mind, they
crash.
don't get anything.
We are out of here.
And we're out of here, coach.
They don't get anything because the game is free. I swear, I kid you not, it's always the Willow Downs that this game freezes on. Always the Willow Downs. We seemed like we were good for a little second.
Yeah, we were. We're doing well. Your whole game went through. Jay Will's whole game went through.
Rex said Drake is the real deal, number 10, not Bo Nix. And that is a shot at the Willow Downs because he absolutely loves Bo Nix.
And Drake May might get, you think he's a top 10?
I think he is going to be a top QB in the draft, yes.
I mean, he posted thirst trap videos and stuff, but
Who, Drake May?
yeah.
All right, we go again. UNC versus Louisville. Let's see what can happen this game. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. I love that atmosphere with it snowing, and now we might not get that again.
That was destined for a great game right there, Coach.
It indeed was. It was looking to be one of the most entertaining games in college football, with North Carolina striking first. We will see on the second go around.
North Carolina's looking like to be the powerhouse of this game today, but
Just don't want it snowing and he can't see him, so the only reason why I changed it.
Right, you changed it to snowing?
No, I changed
if
it
it's
to where
snowing,
can
you
see
change
it
the color.
jersey.
Gotcha. And I honestly don't know. What's going on. Sorry about that.
Man, it's not.
Them helmets are tough.
Pat, can you see the game?
Yeah.
Is something over it?
No.
How about
Sorry,
now?
I'm moving your mouse.
I had to untab. It is not snowing.
What a beaut and bright day. Oh, that was a terrible performance by Drake, man. North Carolina with a great run.
The great dump off run or
I don't.
pass
That's my man.
by North Carolina on first down. It's now second and 2. A little RPO play action.
Quick plays to the outside, seeing if they can break the defense down just a little bit and see what they can get across the middle later on down. I think that's what they're trying to play for right now.
Let's see if Louisville can get a stop on the first drive.
There we go, Louisville. Oh my God, Drake May's blinder than the bat. But great dump off to 33.
Second and 1. For North Carolina near half field. And a big hit and big play for Louisville to stop. It's now 36. Let's see what North Carolina can do on this third and medium. Can Louisville get off the field and get a stop?
What do you see coming here, ZeroCharge? What do you see? What kind of play you see coming across right now?
I did not expect that for sure. A slight draw play from North Carolina, and it did not go as planned. And now that would be a 3 and out on that series of downs, and Louisville will be receiving their first possession of the game. Huggins, Bruce, breaking to the outside. Left that one guy's ankles in the dirt. He might still be looking for them.
With a back fell off onto the sidelines. Do you think so?
And yes, and he is definitely looking for his shoes right now.
Louisville's optimistic Old Miss colors looking scheme right now. I almost keep thinking I'm watching Old Miss, but it's just a little tad bit that color.
It's kind of throwing me off as well. And then you don't
have no sound no more.
And then you don't expect them having. Both dark color jerseys on in this game.
Yeah, you don't. That's just I guess this is a color rush game, as you would say.
Indeed, it is.
I lost all game sound. I don't know if y'all did or not.
No,
back now.
I still have mine.
Okay, I'm back now. I feel like this is an outside play for Fry to catch.
Good little dump down pass.
Good dump.
A little bit of a big hit there, but it would be Louisville 2nd and 5 from about the 38-yard line.
If Louisville wins today, they can get all the free Papa John's that they want today.
And everybody loves Papa John's.
Trip right. Let's see what we got going on here. We got oh my God, we had 2 straight up absolute touchdown plays going right there.
A little bit of pressure in the face of the QB right there probably contribute to the little errant throw. As
same play once again, interception.
Another errant throw from Louisville's quarterback. And you have to start to think that it has something to do with the starting QB being out for the year.
Yes, I did forget about that. Their starting QB did go down. Is that correct? And this is their 3rd string QB, correct?
And it is indeed, and the 2nd string got beat out.
That's a tough kick
just
right
by
there,
pure performance. And it's looking like it's North Carolina ball again after the missed kick by Louisville.
You know, sometimes it comes in with experience. That's where you got to look at things like that.
Big stiff
from
Edmonds,
North Carolina. But you know, you got to look at things like that for the experience for new people to come in to play football and try to overcome that fear playing your first football game, or maybe your 2nd and 3rd game for a team that's actually pretty good, and you have to bring that confidence up to play your best football. Sometimes inexperience can get the best of you.
Indeed. Another run by inside. Great run by Edmonds, a 7-yard gain. It'll be now
Camaro Edmonds.
3rd and short.
Now, this, like I said, Louisville's run defense is pretty well. Those just might have been just a good hiccup right there. Great play in North Carolina. Oh, Mo. Defensive breakdown in the secondary right there. Someone forgot their assignment. Someone wasn't communicating with the proper people.
Good play, action play. Got the linebacker sitting there and just able to find the gap.
I think that's a problem with Louisville. They're just sitting too much. And they're getting beat off the 6.
Good field by the linebacker right there, making it no yard gain, making it 2nd and 10. So far, based on what you've seen, what is the keys for victory for Louisville?
Louisville's right now, the key victory right now is to get their secondary in line. Once they get their secondary in line, like right here, we just had a man just sitting down on 2 guys sitting on 1 player and left a guy free and pushes them, 8 yards, still pushes the ball downfield. No matter what you say, not everything has to be a bomb, You chopping away at yardage, that gets you closer to the end zone. That's
Indeed.
3 points or it could be 6.
Indeed. A red zone push for North Carolina, starting off 1st and 10 with a run. A good run stop, 1 yard gain by Edmonds. Let's see if Louisville can bowl up and bring that Brock Lesnar mentality to the football field.
Right now we're sitting in that should be an interception, but
ball
oh
to
my God.
the corner, and that is a touchdown reception from Drake May to Johnson. 13 yards.
I think Louisville might need to go into a simple man coverage. Maybe that can start helping them out just a little bit.
And, I might agree with you because their zone drops are looking terrible.
Terrible.
They have no clue what they're looking
Because that cover 3 right there, I just watched just 3 guys just disappear. Oh my God, that's a horse collar right there, and I don't see how the refs did not call that.
Just looking at it, it looks like a cover 1, and they drop back actually. It looks like a cover 3. A good run by Thomas, and this will be nearly a 10-yard gain. 2nd and inches, Louisville.
Next trip left. Let's see what we got right here. Okay. Hey, they are on these guys like white on rice, man. They're in there.
Brown on rice.
Brown on rice. We'll say that. Whichever way it goes, either way it goes, their DBs are in their back pockets.
Oh my God.
God, what a God, what a play.
Goodness. North Carolina.
Louisville is struggling today.
Indeed, they are the number 25 team in the country. Down 7-0 in the 2nd quarter.
Possible wonder why with such a low punt to the opposing team instead of pushing yardage out. I think they could have probably got a little bit more yardage if they put it up in the air. Like I said, Louisville's run defense is great. I have no problem with it because their run defense is really good. They're a solid team.
From the chat, they are saying if the new NCAA is trash, will I come back to revamp? And I would say maybe. I will play the new one for a little bit, and it just depends. Like probably after a year, if I gave it a year and I still think it's trash, they're not coming out with another one in like a year or so, I would say yes. But like if they go back to their yearly installments, I would just obviously just wait till the new one.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53.
North Carolina 1st and 10 from about half field. Good run stop, no yard gain by Camaro.
I think I might possibly just want to start keeping one of my linebackers in the middle to keep the crossings down and probably put one of my safeties down into a flat zone for one of these guys, just in case. You see a crossing route, and if you got a guy that want to dump off to on the bottom.
11-yard
there.
curl route from J.J. Jones, and this pass game is looking efficient, and the DBs are looking like
Drake May is having a field day.
they are
He is.
getting their shit split in half.
Exactly. Where's the bottom bottom DB right there? Where did he go? It's 8 people downfield right there. You see a sea of red in the back, but no one down low.
Let's go. And you got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Can Louisville get it done? Let's stop on
Right.
second down, makes it 3rd and 3.
Zero. I can't say anything bad about their run defense at all.
Yeah, and it's not looking good. You start to think, is it a little bit of play calling here, or is it are their DBs just not?
Yeah, great. Good job, Steve. Look at that there. The linebacker pushes back into the crossing route to see it coming.
A good stop from Louisville. Can North Carolina push their lead to 10-0?
There's a flag on the field.
False start. Offense.
Definitely a bigger problem.
Still 4th down.
And
Looks like North Carolina bit themselves in the foot with the false start.
They pushed themselves back with the false start, and now they're out of field goal range and have to punt. Good stop from Louisville.
Gonna put them at the 25. It's a great start for Louisville to go ahead and just push the ball downfield. Let's see if we can get it.
Louisville's in the dogfight, man.
They are definitely in a dogfight.
Nobody expected to come just roll over North Carolina.
This
So
would
this
be a
will
great
be a good
attempt
game.
to shoot downfield right there. Oh, great run.
That's how we do, Dina. How we do. They don't want to know.
12 yards of Trevor Cooley.
Mix it up a little bit more, Louisville. Come out with a
Play action. I think a play action would be real great at this point because they're running. Whoa. Wow,
great
man.
snap to the running back. Gets stopped for -1 yard. Is now 2nd and 11.
To the centers that can do those snaps, I applaud you.
Tight end right. Pull down. Hey, check back. Draw 50.
They're throw by the QB.
QB is struggling today.
Yes,
And I think it's just the pressure from North Carolina that's putting them in this situation right here.
Indeed, I agree.
I think with a QB like that, I think a play action pass would probably would benefit him the most, or either leaving your running back there for a blocking scheme.
A good play across the middle for a 24-yard reception, Jeremy Grimes. And that pass,
Saving catch.
that pass was on the money.
North Carolina's defense is putting a lot of pressure on the QB right now.
2 for 7.
Receivers are taking just a little bit too long to get open with all these deep routes. I think it's just time to start putting a little small route outside. If you got a big route coming, leave a small one there for an undercut if you can't get open. Wide open.
Deep pass, and he drops it at the 1-yard line. Hell of a pass from Josh Thomas this time around. And that's a big drop.
It's a very big drop. He had the middle field seam route going up the top. He could have hit that one too as well. He had 2 receivers wide, and he has another one. Fry with a great catch.
A great diving attempt from Jeremy Fry. And they keep the sticks moving on a big 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think it's time now for them to get it. Now they're getting the training wheels off. They're rocking and rolling down this position.
Big breakout run. Can he get to the corner? He
Touchdown,
does.
Louisville. Oh my God, Trevor Cooley, that ball right there might be the Heisman finalist. That run right there.
And that's a big score. Get some momentum on their side. See what it takes them on defense. See if the defense can lock down and get a stop. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
I can tell it's really cold out there for those players, but most of the time when you're out in a dogfight, you don't even feel that cold. It's 7-7. Let's see how North Carolina comes back and reacts to that touchdown by Louisville.
Looks like pressure from the edge.
Looks like it's a run play, doesn't it?
Indeed. Run play up the middle, and he gets about 7 yards. Making it second.
Number 38 need to put a little bit of weight on his ass because I just saw him get pancaked and flipped up like a flapjack.
A dumb down pass to Edmonds, and Stiffy's a guy. He might need to come out for a play because he is on.
I think that might have been a concussion right there, Coach.
Right, he is on his ass.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 59 Philly. 59 Philly.
You can see Louisville's moving. Wow, what a dart by Drake made. That is a great pass.
Slant pattern. Gets him at the end. The DB was with him until the end of the route. Gets a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, he made that separation on the cut into the end slant and made it. I think Louisville needs to start looking at free safeties in their next upcoming draft. I mean, a recruiting class.
Yes, and with this being his Willa Downs' first year at Louisville, he has to rebuild the secondary. Has to.
That is a interception if it isn't one with a back shoulder throw back across the field.
And Drake May just threw that up. Like, you wouldn't expect that from a guy like Drake May.
You would not, and then that DB back there, I know he's feeling that one. He is hurt. Coach is going to review that later on tonight. Oh my God.
It's killing Louisville right now. It's killing them.
They need to sit a linebacker. They just need to sit one in right there in the middle. Just have them sitting there. Hand coverage. No.
Another mesh right over the middle drags, and he's breaking every tackle.
Linebacker fell for the wrong route. Went to the wrong one and left him come across wide open across the middle.
And Louisville's up for the challenge.
Need to hold him right here.
Louisville is a monster on run defense. I don't know why North Carolina hasn't figured it out yet, but their biggest advantage is throwing the ball, but they decide they're going to keep running it. What a hole for North Carolina. That was a great hole.
It's not enough. Back to the hurry up. 3rd and goal. And a false start. North Carolina a little flustered here. Maybe not used to the up-tempo, fast pace at the end of the quarter. Big sack on Drake May, negative 7 yards. Brown is doing it all this game. 4 tackles, 2 sacks.
Louisville stepped up right there. They just let him down and held him to 3 points if possible if they make this field goal. Great stop by Louisville.
North Carolina nails the
Three-point,
field goal to
good.
go up 10-7 with 17 seconds left in the half. I think
You see coming here for Louisville. Do you see a shot coming downfield?
definitely, and I think with the way Louisville has played, especially in the first quarter, that they will be proud that they're only down 3 points going into half.
Yes, exactly. With a couple of miscues that has happened, I definitely would be proud of Louisville if I was Louisville. It's 10-7. We still have a game to go out there and win.
Reset, cut right. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. I'm coming up to you.
We're going to set a running back for her. What a shot
Deep
downfield.
throw.
Oh.
3 for 10 for Josh
Josh
Thomas.
Thompson, 48 yards.
If he could nail that pass, he might still be running. He works on tackle.
Yeah, sure.
And this
Wow,
is just
Josh
too
Thompson
low.
needs to go to another football camp or something, because something is wrong with that guy. Oh my.
That is just to nobody.
I think
That's
it's
in
time to
no
go
man's
empty
land.
backfield and take a shot downfield with 2.
5 seconds left in
Thank-
the half. No
I think
safeties deep though.
a streak
Looking
up the
like-
middle will give him a touchdown possibly.
Going to Huggins. You can't get to it early in the half. Louisville 7, North Carolina 10.
Number 1 set to return.
Louisville does get ball at the half.
We'll see what Louisville can do coming at the half. Looking like a break.
Breaks
And he might be gone.
for a huge. Oh my God.
61-yard return for Louisville. Starting in plus territory.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Great open.
Good run on first.
Don't you just love when you see linemen do their assignment, do their job, and open up the hole like that?
See if Louisville can get points out of this. They don't need to do anything out of the ordinary. They have at least a field goal in this drive.
They do.
Josh
Great.
Thomas to the
Great.
outside. He gets hit for about a 10-yard gain.
Great read option right there.
From Brack in the chat says he got an arm just inaccurate. Speaking of Josh Thomas. And he also said, or the receivers are just slow because the QB can throw the ball to certain spots. The receivers got to get there.
Yeah, he can throw the ball, but he is very inaccurate, man. Josh Thompson needs a little bit more time to work on that arm talent. Look at that. You can't, sometimes strength is not always a good thing. You need to have a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of softness to your throws. You're not always trying to throw a bullet through your receiver's head.
And I would expect right here for Louisville to keep the ball on the ground to see how much they can get for a third down.
Yes.
And here we go again.
Indeed, and it might
they got
get a lead
10
for
yards.
a first. Revamped is definitely the backbone of this team as of right now with their number 1 QB being hurt. Yeah, he got hurt early in his year, correct? I just think these long routes inside of a 5-yard end zone is kind of a hard play to run right now.
A good draw play.
Good
Getting
draw.
to about the 1-yard line. Trevion Cooley is up to 9 carries for 71 yards. That is a hell of a game by this guy so far. Let's see if Louisville can punch it in and put some pressure on the neck of North Carolina.
I think they have to. If they don't right now, North Carolina gets a ball back and has a different mindset. It's like, we got this game. Good job by Revamped with a 2-yard run. This guy's he's amazing to watch right now. It's almost like watching those days of watching LaDainian Thomas at TCU. Those
I'm
are
not
great
going to
days,
go
man.
that far, please, because that man is a legend.
He is, but he carried that TCU team too.
That's like saying he's as good as Ricky Williams was for Texas.
I'm not saying he's as good. I'm just saying it gives you omnistic feels of watching those games where you just see the Danian take over a game because no one else can do anything.
Okay, I might get with you. I might get behind you with that.
No, sir.
No,
Drake May
sir.
in the field.
I saw that linebacker back there, man. He was just spying that QB right there, man. He followed him and followed him. He also did it, covered the receiver and was watching the QB at the same time. That was great coverage by the linebacker. It's the little things that you don't see that everybody pays attention to.
Good defense.
Great coverage by.
That's excellent coverage by Louisville.
Yes, it is. It's the little things that you see in defense and no one ever pays attention to. Everybody's only looking at the quarterback or running back at most times in those situations. They'll look at the defense. Like, oh, why didn't that guy catch the ball?
Up the middle.
There we go.
Edmonds.
Up the middle.
And he does not.
He's still chugging. He's trying to get up the field, get more yardage. But
how do you feel about that play call from North Carolina?
Third, it was what was it?
10?
The field.
Third and 10, and
they almost had it. It was a great, not actual play, but it was a great opportunity for them. Oh my God!
Bruce to the outside. Can he get a
Let's go.
He got clipped by the ankles.
I think in Louisville's mind, they said, okay, we can try this run. We still have the rest of the game to keep going. We're still, but
from the chat, Brack says, I would take Bo Nix over Josh Thomas. You know that's a problem.
Oh my God, come on now. Okay, we're not going to disrespect that bad.
And Brack, I agree. He also said LT is a legend and LT is as good as Ricky. Are you serious? And I'm not saying he wasn't, but Ricky.
Yeah, we're not saying he wasn't. We're talking about what's his name? Cooley against Ricky Williams and LT. Not them two. Those were. Oh my God! What I saw.
That is a dive and another drop.
Now receivers just got to hold onto the ball. You know what this drill? I think that's gonna happen when they get back to practice this week. Tennis balls. Time to catch tennis balls.
Time to catch tennis balls. That makes Josh Thomas 3 for 14. Now 3 for 15, and it's looking rough.
North Carolina's defense is they're just being atrocious right now. They're being physical out there with them boys.
Bullying them.
Once again, I think another low kick for Louisville to give them less yardage and have to down there.
Great punt. Ball goes out about at the 11-yard line.
Is it the 11? Can't see right now from where I'm at in the booth.
11-yard line.
11-yard line.
I wonder, can they get the crowd into the game?
They need it right now with the way that North Carolina is going. Look at this. North Carolina, their offensive coordinator has to understand that you cannot run against these boys. It's like trying to run against the SEC right now, but you're in the ACC trying to run against Louisville. There's being some dogs down there. Look at this.
The run defense is stout right now.
There's a big gap in the field right now. What do you see coming?
This is definitely a pass, and he throws it right to the safety, and he drops it.
We need to get these guys some sticky glue, some Gorilla Glue.
I think that might be illegal nowadays.
You never know. He
was coming in like a heat-seeking missile. He wanted that tackle. He was trying to prove to his coach that he's able to be in the starting lineup or in the first 11 that's on the field. Audibles from Thompson. Let's see if we can get these things working. Cooley with a poor block for the quarterback. He couldn't do anything.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Red 88. Omaha. Check three. Easy.
2nd and 10. Louisville near half field.
There's a lot of audibles going on for Louisville. Sounds like a shot's coming. The shot should be there for square.
And what is that called?
What is the flag?
Pass interference.
Offense.
On the offense.
On the offense.
Wow.
Still second down.
Don't know where that call came from.
But I mean, I guess it helps Louisville that they push them back instead of going 3rd and 10.
Another 2nd and 20, but Louisville had a shot downfield that they could have hit. Came across the top naked.
Can he get there? He got there!
got
A
it.
big play
Finally.
from Louisville.
Mari Hoogan bruised with a 40-yard reception.
Rack in the chat says, this is my last thing on this, and I'm done with it. Look at Marcus Mariota, Justin Herbert at Oregon, drops the mic. And I agree with you. It's just not good for Bo Nix and Josh Thomas.
Whoa. I'm not comparing Bo Nix to neither one of them. I'm not going to do that at all. Great slant.
Rack says North Carolina is playing lockdown D right now, and I would have to agree. They're getting in where they can fit in.
They're definitely doing that.
And they're bowing up and trying to get these stops. Louisville needs to break their back and push through and get up by 2 positions. Second and goal for Louisville at the 9-yard line. Can he push it in? He gets in. Travion Cooley, 9-yard touchdown. And Louisville goes up 2 possessions.
Louisville's starting to have a great offensive game plan.
Now they're finally putting the piece together.
Let's see if Louisville can close the game out strong. 5 minutes to hold a 11-point lead.
Louisville, great run spot. 16 rushes for 60 yards. Louisville's out there holding their own against these rushes. Oh, what a missed tackle.
Instead of getting them stopped with that missed tackle, they could have been third and 7. Now they're 3rd and 1. And this is really manageable for North Carolina. Comes out with a pass, and Drake May takes off. It's about
Drake May with a great run.
That makes it first and 10.
and
For sure, certain Drake May.
And my guy Zula's back. Let him take over some of the duties.
Another big run by Drake May.
And they're driving with about 4 minutes and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is a big drive for North Carolina.
They score fast here. They got cheat.
That time the guy was coming with the blitz.
Comes out one safety high in the pistol for North Carolina. A little bit of motion. And it looks like a option play. Drake May stiffies a guy.
Oh, hold on,
Drake
Drake May.
May is out here trying to go win a football game with 4 minutes left.
And that's what you need at a Heisman candidate. From Rack in the chat, he said he's a Heisman candidate next year. So
Heisman candidate and potential first pick off the board.
and Edmonds up the
my
middle, and
God.
Edmonds is
Edmonds
gone.
with a crazy stick in the. Oh my God! Look at this first step that he took on that run. Put the defender in the dirt. All game we've had great run defense, and today, looks like Louisville trying to get a little lackadaisical.
Beautiful cutback from Edmonds, man. You can't teach that. Many running backs don't have that in their arsenal. To see holes, hit holes as fast as Edmonds did right there.
Louisville said they're coming out for 2, and they want this. Touchdown. Even though when it's a 2-point conversion.
They get the 2 and make it a 1-possession game.
You can just say score.
Like, touchdown again.
Yeah, it's irresponsible.
And Huggins might be gone.
With a crazy cut.
Big kick return. Crazy return. I mean, if that's how you respond, if you get hit in the mouth like that, you got to bring something back.
I think the best option for Louisville right now, they're down with North Carolina down. I think it's just time to run the ball. Give it to the guy that's been carrying the team all day. Just keep letting them run out the clock.
5 minutes, and it's crucial here.
Indeed.
North Carolina having more yardage than Louisville right now. You would assume that North Carolina would be winning the game, right? They're completely with a 7-yard run. At this point, I think he's starting to have a great day. I think he's starting to get a little bit tired. But you got to put the ball on the back of the horse and let him keep on running, right?
Indeed.
And it seems as if the coach
Devin Cooley again with another massive run. This guy's working for an NFL contract right now. And he said, forget the NIL deals. I'm going for the big leagues.
What's that pro money?
They're running it down their throats.
They're just completely. 18 rushes for 131 yards. He's averaging 7.3 yards per carry.
And that's insane.
Golly, that is a massive stat line.
Insane stat. You got to think Louisville is the more physical team at this point. I know earlier in the game we were saying
North Carolina starting to learn.
That'll make it 35.
He's putting it down your throats. It's about time you sent the linebacker down the middle.
At least a field goal here will
do major justice.
Indeed. Put them up by 6 points.
Just got to hope that North Carolina don't go down the field and score again.
And he gets the first. Keeps the sticks moving.
This might be the game right here. Look at the mascot, heads down. He knows the problem. He knows what's going on. It's like, yeah, they're not going to give it to Joe Thomas. We know who they're giving it to.
Spinning hole.
Cooley said he.
5-yard gain.
Cooley said he's trying to make something shake. He want to show off his skills.
And Zulu, what do you want to see right here from both North Carolina and Louisville?
Shout out to North Carolina coming with one linebacker.
Here it is. Finally, I just see it before the pass for it. Linebackers react a little faster. Get them triggered on the blitz or just get them push to the box. And then from Louisville, keep doing what you're doing. You know runs to run, give every run back. Let's work this clock.
Working the clock, Louisville is, and a score right here will be big. They are in field goal range.
Touchdown, Louisville.
Touchdown, Louisville. Touchdown, cool.
The guys unstoppable today. And y'all thought I was crazy when I made the comparison to LT having a field day at TCU.
Indeed. Wasn't expecting this one. Can North Carolina bounce back with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left?
Down 10 points.
Down 10.
Score 10.
In 2 minutes. Not achievable.
I've seen crazier happen, trust.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, I watched the team be up 27 points in a half and lose by 1 at the end of the game.
We start to the drive. About a 6-yard gain to the tight end.
You'll
Gets
want
out
to
of
keep
bounds.
them in bounds if you're Louisville.
I think Louisville was spreading it out too as well, putting the DBs on it. Making a press. Oh, interception. Oh man. In real life, that's an interception. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. This is real life. Excuse me. That would have been the dagger in the coffin right there. Like I said all day, what did we need? We needed the DBs to sit down in their zone coverage, and you would have had multiple stops today. And the first time today we saw the DB down in their zone. What happens? Good things happen when they play right.
4th and 13, Booth.
And this is a
This may
must
be
get
the
for
end of the
North Carolina.
game here.
But I always got to be like this. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Hell of a throw by Drake made, and they say they're not out of it yet. We're gonna fight to the end. Big conversion on 4th down.
Sitting on routes 38, sitting on a play. Your whole receiver is 5 yards across from you. You could have stopped that play if you weren't sitting 5 yards away from him. Move to your receiver.
Drake May in the pocket.
And May
spread
is
his route.
sacked.
May is sad for 5 yards. Good. Defense for Louisville. May sat in the pocket too long and thought he could get away. Knock that up, buddy.
3rd and 15, clock is running. They don't know where they want their tight end to be. And the middle of the field is wide open for a first one.
Does North Carolina have any more timeouts?
And they're back in a hurry. Clock is running. They need to put the pedal
Clock
on
is
the
up on the run.
North Carolina is moving way too slow here. From 2 minutes and 4 seconds down to 45 seconds left on the 4th. Down by 10. They need a quick score in the next 10, 20 seconds.
And they run the ball.
Who is their offensive coordinator right now? We have no timeouts. We call a run play and then we lose a yard.
And after that, you got to think that the offensive coordinator is on the top.
Yes. And sometimes you gotta think about it. Do players understand what's happening in football? If that tight end wouldn't have got tackled right there, he'd have just kept on running instead of wasting, running out of bounds and get the clock off the board. Stop the clock. Situational football isn't a thing some of these guys know.
Gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 3, check 9, check 9.
Derek Wright said before the end of this game, I'm scoring. Oh my God, slant across.
And it's intercepted.
And that will do it.
Let's do it.
Louisville.
Good. Nathan Carroll.
Survives a huge game.
Nathan Carroll, number 47.
Survives a
Greg May,
huge
when he
game.
gets flustered, I guess that's his thing to throw back across field. When he gets flustered, I don't know what that is. He had the craziest slant route to go across in the middle on his right-hand side that was open. It would have been naked for the touchdown.
In the age-old victory formation.
Two times. Four down. Hey, check back 11, Let's go.
Huge game out of Louisville to stay ranked.
They ranked 23 carries, 151, 4 touchdowns. Jeez.
Insane game. Hell of a game from both teams. Louisville just had more today. And we will get into an interview with the Willa Downs in a little bit. I don't know if you want to kick us off, Peasy, with the interview.
That was a great day for college football, don't you think, guys?
Excellent day.
Indeed.
We had 3 amazing games that we were able to broadcast today, and they were all probably one of them was probably the least enjoyable because we knew what was going to happen in that game. It became a flag football game, but I can't wait until we get this Louisville head coach in here and see
Just
how he.
Just a little bit from the chat. They have to make it a little more realistic. Nobody is running the back on no 3rd and long in a clutch moment, and I would have to agree with you, Rack. Rack always said running the ball. The sorriest coach won't ever do that. Even the sorriest coach, and I agree with that.
I've seen it.
Won't ever do that. With down 10, I doubt it.
Oh, down 10? No, okay, yeah. In that situation, no. But
They
I have
a
seen.
chance. They have a chance. And as always, Rack, I appreciate you rocking with me. You're getting to the point where you might be one of my mods in my chat. There's a requirement. You've been consistent, so like there's a requirement that I look at for you to for a person to be a mod, and you're almost there. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because then you'll start doing it. I just want you to keep supporting. I appreciate you like so much. You never know. It's like you don't understand. Like anybody that come through here, and I usually have about 8 to 10 a week, and we're building. We're getting up. We're getting up to where we want to be. We're getting up to where we want to be, and as we keep growing. Like all the support means the world, and I appreciate you, Rack. Now on to the interview with the Willa Downs. Are you here with his coach?
Yeah, I'm here.
Just to start off, just like give us your feel on how the game went, in your opinion, in your estimation. Did your team perform like you wanted them to perform? Or was there some lapses in there somewhere?
I mean, I think we go to practice every week. Of course, we watch film and we try to give the defense and the offense looks that they'll probably see in the game against their competitors. And and I think we prepared pretty well. I think we had some plays that were effective and some plays that weren't. Um, us losing our starting QB at the beginning of the season, that was a big hit to our team. But of course, the backup and the third stringers, they stepped up, man. The second stringer, I let him run some, and then I was like, well, we're trying to see a different look, and he's been just a great sport, man. He's been helping out the third stringer. The third stringer's been doing the best he can. They're all supporting each other. They're trying to make a good impact on this season. We lost 3 already, but we're trying to finish the season out strong, and I think we executed great on the defensive side when it comes to the run game. We gave them a couple of looks, gave them a couple of blitzes, tried to get our players to make some impacts on the pass game. We need to execute better. I think we're a little lackadaisical on the secondary. We need to execute better, and it will, like I said, North Carolina. Shout out to them. They're a great team. They gave us all they could, and of course, when you're ranked, you're gonna get every team's best shot, and they gave it their best. But I think my team just came out. We made less mistakes, and we minimized their big plays, and I think that's what the game came down to.
Coach, great. I'm sorry about that. But I just one more thing is like your Trevion Cooley, insane day for him. 4 TDs, 155 yards rushing today. What brought that about? Was it just the situation with having your quarterbacks being down? Is it time for your quarterbacks, maybe getting out there to do a little bit more training with the throwing things? But Trevion Cooley, that guy, he was insane and massive day today.
Well, I mean, I talked to the young man. Soon as his running mate and the quarterback, since his running mate went down, he was just like, I'm gonna pick up the slack where I can, and he's been doing a great job these past couple of weeks, and he's been getting a lot of yardage, man. He's been doing a lot to keep our teams in the games, to keep us ahead, to keep us in the winning column, and I think he's a great young man. He's got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and I think he'll be able to play at the next level if he keeps performing at this rate. And like I said, you can't say enough about that kid. He's a great kid, a wonderful and superhuman football player, I would say, because he makes some of the plays that I just don't see a lot of people making, and I think he did a great job today. When we got the lead and keeping that ball moving, pushing it down their throats, and man, I hope he can continue this. I know that teams in the future, they'll start to key on him, but hopefully we can get that pass game sorted out with our QBs, and hopefully he can start getting some of those short routes to connect and get some big plays so we can keep the defenses honest. But man, Trevion Cooley, he's a great kid, and I think he's at least an award winner, if not a first team All-American.
That guy's a bona fide stud, Coach.
Coach, you're telling me your quarterback still can't throw a hot dog down a hallway. And so with that being the reality that you're living in, right? Cooley can only do so much, right? You don't want to run your guy into the ground. Like, what is your game plan up to this point to see how to get that fixed? Those short passes to connect, to spread out, open up that pass. Maybe do you have to do something different with your play?
We when we first started off the season, we had our starting QB, and of course our starting QB was heavily involved in the running game, so we would get him confident by running the ball on those read options, and it would help him out in the throw. But our backup and our third stringer, they're not as competent with their legs, but I think we just need to mix in some more QB throws and some QB reads. Settle the QBs down, try to get them to be settled in the game. Don't be flustered. Maybe when we make these drag routes, slant routes, probably throw some screens in there now since it's been a hard time through the air. Of course, we're working with our kids every day. They're striving to learn. They're striving to get better. And we're trying to be as mixed as possible. We don't want to, like you said, we don't want to run Trevion Cooley down, because he's a hoss, man. He's a hoss, and we're trying to limit him to about 25 carries a game. That's not a lot nowadays. Back in the day, we had running backs getting 30 and 40 carries a game in the college game. So we're trying to limit him. We don't want to burn him out. So we just got to be better with mixing up our offensive looks, and hopefully the QBs will get him in there. We'll get him in the lab. Hopefully they can start making some of these short, quick passes. And like I said, I'll try to mix in some screens in there to see if we can get them easy throws to get some of these passes on target, because we need them. Like, we need our quarterbacks to stretch the field.
Sure.
We need them to make some of these short passes so that they're not always keyed on our running game. So
And can you, last question from the chat, and can you, it's pretty much a more of an elaboration. The question goes like, how can you help Josh Thomas, your third string, just be a better, efficient passer? I know you kind of elaborated on some of the things in there already, but can you go deeper on like some of the schemes that you want to put in, and the things
ways
that
you know how to improve him,
and the things that you want to do to improve, to be more efficient? So you go from being 4 for 20 to being a 10 for 17 or a 17 for 20 or somewhere in that range. You just not be a Heisman Trophy winner, but make it easier on all your guys. Can you elaborate a little bit more? And thanks for the question in the chat, Rat.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Thomas, we decided to go with him after some inaccuracy with our second string quarterback. And I think he has the better skills of the two. And like I said, I told them both they're really skilled and they're really good at what they do. Of course, we wouldn't have recruited them if that wasn't the case. It's just, like I said, we needed a different look, and I think Josh Thomas gives us that. I think the thing is, like I said, we need him to settle down in the pocket. He's had a few good games where he's been pretty good of an accurate passer. Actually, I'm not even gonna act like this is a normal thing for him to be this inaccurate for this week. But I mean, like I said, that defense of North Carolina, they were on all of our short passes as well. So like some of those easy throws that we were trying to get in there, they even broke some of those up. So it's just we gotta work with it. We're gonna like I said, we're gonna try to get some easy passes like screens, wide receiver screens, mid screens, HB slip screens, some of those things, just so he can get them warmed up. I mean, we know he has a cannon because he can put it out there and he puts it on the line a lot of the time. It's online, and we got to also get our receivers in rhythm. And I think that comes with repetition.
Coach.
But I think he's doing a good job. I like what I see in practice. I like what I see from both of them since the starter went down, and we can only keep going up from here. Like I said, he's not inconsistent all the time, but today he was a little flustered, even if we're at home. I mean, it's new for him. I think he's only like a sophomore, so I mean, it's gonna take a little time. When you got your junior QB who's been here and he knows the system go down in like the second game, it's hard for even the second, not alone the third string, to come in and execute the offense. So I mean, we're gonna try to do better in practice. We're gonna pump those reps out, and hopefully he gets a little bit more accurate on those quick throws, and then I think the sky's the limit for him.
All right, Coach, I got one more last thing for you, man. I'm sorry about that, Coach. You know, with everybody else, you know, we've talked through the day that with the good there comes the bad. And with the bad, I have to say, Coach, what are we going to do about your defensive coordinator and your secondary? The secondary, the guys, we are looking. Today's game, great thing, good thing you guys did pull off the win. But in North Carolina was having a frenzy with your secondary. That is, how do we address that? Are we going to be looking for more people in the future to pump up your secondary, or we're going to look for a new D coordinator?
I'm gonna stick with my D coordinator for right now, at least. I think near the end there, some of those crossing routes we were starting we were starting to clamp down on, and because I know we were getting exposed over the middle of the field and some of those drag and short routes. I think my D coordinator likes the zone a lot, and maybe our kids don't know the concept well enough to cover those zones as of yet. I mean, we're long athletically, and I think we're pretty good with coverage and stuff like that. It's just, I think as my D coordinator, I'm going to talk to him after this, and like when we go into film sessions and stuff like that. I think we just need to mix in some pressure. So I feel like the pressure is a thing that causes that can cause the offense not to be in rhythm and keep our DBs and our secondary from having to cover so long. And I think that's the issue here. I think we're not getting enough pressure. And I think we were getting a little bit more pressure at the end of the game there. I think we came up with like 3 or 4 sacks near the end. And so I think that we just need to mix in our defensive coverages. We started off heavy in a zone earlier on in the game, and I think as the game developed, we kind of saw what the offense of North Carolina wanted to do, and so we tried to start to mix some man in there, some man blitz, some zone blitz, and we started getting the pressure on Drake May. And like I said, he a hell of a quarterback because he was making plays even when we were doing that, and even spying him, he was still running it. I think when we I think when we take away one factor of the offense, like the rushing game, it only dictates them to pass. And so
yes, it does.
I think we just gotta be better in coverage. We're gonna look to mix up the coverages. We're gonna look to put players in better positions so they're not blowing coverages, and we're gonna have to shore up the middle of that defense.
I got you, coach. Just make sure you tell those DBs back there take the sand out their shoes, man. And next time, good win today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Thank you.
All righty.
All right, chat. That'll do it for you. And again, let me say this. I appreciate you, Pat. I appreciate you, Zoo, J. Will, the Willa Downs, for just rocking with me and doing this stream. It's something new. We tried something. we tried something new, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. What I'm thinking is we do this every Saturday, and then when we stream, like on our Friday stream, we just chill and kick it with chat. And then Saturday is more so the commentating and things like that. We'll try to incorporate the chat as much as possible. And I'm going to be in the chat. I'll be typing in the chat instead of just like talking and reading comments. I'll be typing so much in the chat just when I'm not playing. But when I'm playing, then I can't really do it. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all, the Willa Downs, J. Will, Zoo, Pat, and everybody else that's rocking with me. Rack said that Peasy sound like a real interview guy. Zero, he talking
realistic.
He talking. Hey, sorry, there, coach. One more question for you.
Man, that's where he in Rappaport.
Hey man, I gotta make sure I get the real coverage back, big dog. Hey, with the good come the bad. Hey, what the fuck with some defense doing?
Man, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you, okay? We off script. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I was trying to sure that defense up. I had the linebackers dropping there, and they was just like, okay, we're just gonna let them run in front of our face. It don't matter. They was just sitting down in the zones. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna run with it? I had to manually run with some of these things, and I'm just like, and when I would manually run, they would run a drag right behind it, and I'd be so out of position, I couldn't do anything. So I was just like, bro, I don't know what they doing.
I'm like, what's going on? Defense just running away from.
He was carving your shit up, fam. I'm like, God damn.
I said the linebacker out of position again.
And look, Rack was like, Rack was like, Drake May is a Heisman contender next year, and I was just like, I ain't gonna go that far, but shit, looking at that shit, hell yeah, he a Heisman contender. Fuck that.
Yeah, but I kind of settled it down because like I was throwing some man and some blitz in there at the end, and I'm just like, I just needed a little bit more pressure. I needed something.
I didn't know if you could hear us at all, but
I kind of turned it down a little bit so I couldn't hear y'all because I gotta focus. These games be making me sweat.
I feel it. I was like, I said, I was like, that boy need to put a linebacker in the middle of something slant. Put these boys in man or something.
I threw a man in there and they were just like, oh yeah, we on them. Psych. And then they running and it's like 5 yards of separation between him and the coverage guy. And I'm like, okay, fam. Just take something away. Take something away. That's all I can look. Take something away.
And again, Chad, I appreciate y'all. We got 6 subscribers in 3 days. So I appreciate y'all. We're up to 154 now. When we was at 148, we're up to 154. So again, I appreciate y'all on that. Before we head out of here, is anything y'all want to say?
Man, I appreciate y'all let me come out here and do this. You know, sometimes I join in and all that stuff and do a little fun with y'all. I know y'all usually play. Man, today was actually pretty funny, and I liked it, and it's a pretty cool thing to do.
Indeed. The Will It Down.
Hey, Pat, if you want to get back into the Dynasty, fam, I'm all for it.
Fam, I was supposed to be in the Dynasty this year. Like, y'all restarted. I told y'all put me in.
Hey, yeah. you could be in that joint. As soon as this season ends, go on, pick you a 4-star. Because I think we all have 4 stars now.
I think I had to retire after being North Texas head coach. Boy, you talk about a bad quarterback.
Right. Zoo, anything you got? But
that's when we were playing with the crazy settings. That boy I couldn't make a pass to save my life.
We still playing with some difficult settings. I'm not even gonna.
We turned down the QB accuracy bad the first season.
Yeah, it was down bad.
It was like I think it was like 2. It was like 2 or 3. I think it's at like 5.
Yeah, and I don't think my QBs were over 75 overall. So
all right, let Zoo.
Well, I tried to turn it down some more, but I couldn't turn it down.
Zoo, anything you gotta say, and then Jay Will, and then we're gonna get out here. Rack said, bro, Drake May was a freshman. He looked like a vet this year with experience. He felt to be better now. Kier said, I enjoyed the commentary. This was funny. Fun/funny.
Oh.
Anything you want to say, Zoo?
I enjoy this stuff right here. That was enjoyable.
Indeed.
For sure.
Zoo, are you alive, fool?
Yeah.
Huh?
But yeah, it was great. It was fun. We gotta do it again.
That man so lackadaisical.
All right,
next.
Jay Will.
You know, when PZ come back, we don't know what's gonna happen. But I do know is every Wednesday we run a podcast called Final Possession. Come over there,
Indeed.
talk sport. It's at 8:10. A lot of us got a lot of schedule issues, so about 8:10, 8:15 is normally the start time. Be there, be square.
I'm a guest on the next podcast, y'all. We're gonna be talking sports.
He might be.
And
I really feel like
I'm on Darius' neck.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
I'm on Darius' neck. I've been saying this for a week. I'm on Darius' head.
And actually, I got something. If y'all stay on, I got something for y'all. After we get off, Jay Will and Zoo for y'all podcast. So.
For sure.
Fuck you, after me.
It's just
right. Make
like
sure you put in that
division,
application, big dog. I'm just playing.
Hey yo, Zero, did you want to mention that as we continue to do this and if it gets more successful, we'll start letting the actual comment section come in and commentate some of these games as well?
Yes, that's
crazy
something.
names and stuff like that.
That's something we are looking into. Like once we get, because this is the first time we tried it, so like as we get into it and as we like the channel grows more, like we're just trying to do things, different things. We'll let some of the chat come in if they wanna commentate some of the games, then we'll let that happen as well. But that'll do it for you. As always, hit the description below. Follow all my guys. Follow the Final Possession podcast. And we will be back. We'll be back next Friday, hopefully, if nobody's out of town. If not, then I will be back, most likely, playing my single player Boise State Dynasty. We just kick it. I just kick it with Chad, play the game. And then Saturday, we'll try this again as far as the commentary, and we'll get into it like that. And y'all know the times. Friday is usually 4:30. 4:30. Last week we did 3:30 because I had some stuff to do, and we just wanted I wanted to get it over with so we can just so I can go do what I need to do. But usually after I get off work at 4:30 ish, be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for my shorts. Join the Discord. Pat just linked that in the chat. And Saturdays 10 a.m. Central Time. And we're rocking like that. I appreciate all y'all again. And I will see y'all on the next one.
That boy Virgo.
You don't even talk like you used to. Does it please you